on. 2 more spots. Give me a second. On. 2 more spots. Give me a second. Okay, done with all the things and the things for. Okay, done with all the things and the things for that. Thanks for being patient. Let me go back. Hello, hi Kimberly, how's it going? Hello, hello. How are you today? Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Look at this. Hi Miranda, hi honey. Okay, look at this. I've been like driving through snow today. Look at this. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Look at that big old. I've been driving through snow. Ooh, it's a good thing we're getting out of Patagonia. Hello, hello, hello. It's a good thing we're getting out of Patagonia because I'm not trying to drive through snow, my dudes. But I'm going to be driving for quite some time today, so I figure might as well hang out with the butter sniffers and also if people want to help. Miranda, how's it going, babe? How's your day been? Kimberly, how's your day going? I guess it's morning for y'all, huh? No, I'm in Argentina, so it's not snow in the summer. It's winter down here. I'm in Patagonia, so it's like pretty. I mean, I guess winter really started, but down here in Patagonia, it's really getting into it. I think it snowed in the higher passes last night. I think it's snowed today. My sound is cutting in and out. Let me restart this. Hold on. Is this better? Is the sound better? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how's it going? Does anyone need help? Does anyone want to talk about the United States? I never know what to talk about at the beginning of these because I'm just like, I'm waiting for someone to like set me on a tangent on a ramble of fuck the US, steal their money, Robin Hood that shit, you deserve a better life, get yours. So, hi, does anyone need some help or want to start a conversation about that? Otherwise, look at how many Patagonians. Apparently, Argentina, like the area I'm in right now, we're driving through out of Patagonia, and then I'm gonna be in like 20 hours of really, really, really flat, really boring, pretty much nothing. Like it's supposedly like the most boring road trip in all of South America is the next chunk of this drive. So I don't know how much longer I will have of being able to see mountains. I mean, I'm turning off this road in like 40 minutes, so I don't know how long, but I wanted you guys to be able to see some of these pretty ass mountains in winter with me before it's just live streaming of nothing on the road and just me talking for hours in the next few days. So hello. If you're new here, I read every single comment, and I'm live right now on 2 different spots. I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube, so just be patient with me. I will read your comment and also be a safe driver. Please, I want to leave the U.S. as soon as I can. Yeah. So tell me. So if you're trying to get help leaving the States, tell me, how old are you? Is it just you? Do you have kids, dependents, dogs? Like, what's your situation? Do you have a degree in anything? A bachelor's, anything? What do you do for work? Just general. What do you do for work? And do you own a home? And like, what's the question? What did you look for? Why do we need to abolish Abrahamic faith doctrines? I didn't see that. Did you see that? I don't know what's the discourse you want to talk about on that. I never said that. I don't think we need to abolish. Well, we need to abolish Zios. That's for damn sure. But I don't. Who the fuck am I to say that we need to abolish any religion? You know, if it gives you peace and makes you a better person, all power fucking to you. My issue is when you shove that indoctrination down other people's throats and pass off your violent mythology into other people as though it's their reality and it's what they've chosen to accept as their reality of their doctrine, of their whatever relationship with their spirituality. That's where I have issue. I don't give a flying fuck what it is that you believe. By all means, believe it, but don't shove it down anyone else's throats. That's where the fucking line is. I don't shove my witchery down your throats. That would be fucking weird and inappropriate if I'm just like constantly soliciting being a fucking witch to you and talking about how you're gonna like have a violent ending if you don't do the thing that I think that I'm right about. Like that's just it's weird, my guy. Okay, so also in Argentina there's a lot of like hot police checkpoints and stuff. So there might be times where I just gotta turn off. I gotta scroll away from the live for a while because I don't know how cool it is for me to be on live streams while I'm driving around in Argentina. I think it's just delicious. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm so glad you guys can hear me on the YouTube. Okay. I'm so glad you caught alive. Look at Life Starter Pack. How can I help? Look at this cute ass fucking town. Holy shit. Okay, something I do struggle when I'm on lives with you guys, but sometimes I forget to like just really enjoy my life for a second too. Wow, look how pretty that is. It's like a postcard. These houses are cute. Okay. You must be in a not great reception area. No, it's not too bad. I don't think. Sometimes YouTube just gets weird with the sound, and I have to like shut down YouTube and then restart it again. I don't know. YouTube's a weird one. I got this van in Chile, so there's not very many countries around the world where, as a tourist, you're or someone not on a long-term visa. My guy, get on your side of the fucking line, guy. There's not very many places where you can buy a vehicle as a tourist and like legally own it and register it in your name. Chile's one of those few places, and so a lot of people come down here and buy vans or rigs or whatever. A lot of people come down here and buy them just for a couple months just to tour around Patagonia, and then they sell them again. So there's always these kind of vans being sold. So I bought this van for $5,000 US, and it already had all the carpentry, everything like gorgeously done inside. All I had to do was throw in some solar panels like fucking on Musk and Starlink. So yeah, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. 20 years old. Perfect. No jobs. I'm so glad you're here. Please don't go away because I have so many things to tell you. I'm 20 years old. I'm kids with a job. I'm thinking of changing that. Okay, here's what you do, my friend. If you're under 31, before your 31st birthday in the United States, you can get an Australia and New Zealand, both countries, holiday work visa. So you can go over there for up to 2 years in each country and work. You're legally able to work. Now the thing about it is the minimum wage in Australia is 26 bucks an hour. So you could work a regular ass job. You could get a job at a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever you want. But the good jobs, the way to really make money is to work at a farm. There's a ton of farm work out there picking fruit. And so you work at these farms and you make 26 bucks an hour. Oh, maybe I was also connected to Bluetooth. Maybe that was also why it sounded funny. Sorry. Um, but you make 26 bucks an hour working at these farms. And most times they have dorm rooms. So you stay there for free or you bring your tent. So you stay for free, not paying rent. You buy your own groceries. So you're eating for super cheap. I have personally, face to face, I know their names. I have personally met so many people who go down there and work for a year or two and make 10,000 bucks a year. Save 10,000 bucks a year. I'm telling you. Go down there and work for a year or two, save $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Go to Vietnam, start a business. Go to Thailand, start teaching it. Like, you have an opportunity for a whole new life to do whatever it is that you want with the Australian work holiday visa. Australia, New Zealand work holiday visa. That's your ticket. If you're under 31 and you don't have dependents, that is your ticket, my dude. So what you do, all you need to do is apply for the visa. It's you go to like the .gov site or whatever, make sure it's a government site. I can't remember how much the visa is. It's like 300, 400, 500, something around there, maybe less. You can get approved within a week. You buy your plane ticket. You're gonna want to have at least 1,500 bucks extra just to give yourself some cushion. Like what if it takes you a little bit longer to find a job, just to give yourself a little bit of safety. But print off your resume, make a resume, print off your resume, and just walk around town and say, hey, I'm a work exchanger. I'm looking for a good farm work job. Do you guys know anything? Do you know who to talk to? And people are going to point you around. I tell you, I've told this advice to so many people. I've been doing these live streams, mostly on TikTok since like December. I've talked to tons of people. There's already people in Australia who have given this advice to on a live stream who've done it. You walk around within a week, 2 days, you're going to get connected to the right people who are going to point you in the connection with these farm work jobs. You're going to make bank, I tell you. That's your ticket, my friend. This is like an actual alternative. Okay, so we extra patient with reading comments because obviously, look at this room. I'm sure why do I have only 8 people in here? I don't know. Share this shit around. I don't know. How do you make? I don't really. This is my first time coming back live in a couple months. Damn, look at this. Oh, I don't know. Y'all are the lucky ones. This is so crazy. It's just gonna be flat and really, really boring. At the end. Someone made a summer on the side of the road. Okay. Yes. 26 an hour is wild. I'm telling you, it's such an amazing opportunity. So it's up until your 31st birthday, you can get the visa from the States. Up until your 35th birthday, if you're from other European or Western countries. It's such an incredible opportunity. I wish I was able to do it, but I was well. I got the visa. I got the plane ticket. I didn't want to leave my dog, so I didn't do it. By the time my dog passed, I was too old to be able to do it. But what an incredible opportunity! I've met so many people, especially in Southeast Asia, who are backpacking around and who started businesses. I mean, like you could jet start your entire fucking life. $10,000 in a year, you could jet start your entire fucking life. And a lot of people go down there, work in Australia, you like it, you meet certain people, you find other jobs. A lot of people turn that shit into like long-term residency visas. Like you could get connections and other people who want to hire you for work visas and end up staying in Australia or end up staying in New Zealand or however it is. But what incredible opportunity. Trading in agriculture? Nope, nothing. No, you just get the visa. You don't even need. I don't even think they ask for like a high school degree or anything. Just as long as you're over 18, I believe, and under 31. New Zealand, Australia, holiday work visa. Thank you. Will be safe. Thanks so much. I am in Patagonia. I'm in Argentina in Patagonia. Woo! Sorry. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, hold on a second. Okay, dang it. The magnet on the back of my phone just fell off. Let me find a 6 month movie. The magnet on the back of my phone just fell off, which is how you guys are attached on YouTube. And I just stuck it in the weird spot. Let's see if this will be okay. Stay together. So I decided this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be live streaming on Instagram and YouTube at the same time, and so that when the live stream is done, I can upload it on YouTube. So even if you're only able to catch a small amount of the live, or you don't ever catch the live, or you catch the live and you hear something, but you hope I talk about something else someday or whatever the fuck. Like I'm gonna have all the live streams put on YouTube so you can rewatch them for info and shit. And also, that is. Argentina, and DC. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is the English podcast. Why does age matter for the Aussie visa? I don't know, my dude. Because they want young people who can go down there and work and like help in the economy. I guess. I mean, is the thought? I don't know. I don't know. I wish it was older, but probably should. Yeah, I got a ton of stuff. So if you're trying to get some moving ground help, let me know how old you are, if you've got a degree in anything, if you've got a family, kids, or if it's just you. What do you do for work, and do you own a home? I got lots of ideas. Tell me more about you so I can tell you the ideas that work for you. Yeah, 26 an hour is crazy. Super crazy. That's for your bugs. Oh, bro. Yeah, and Australia. That's why I've been to, like, maybe New Zealand. You know what I mean? Maybe New Zealand, because I feel like everything that crawls, just the huntsman spiders alone itself. I don't know. But this would be New Zealand. So would a 40-year-old not qualify for the Aussie visa? Yeah. So up until your 31st birthday, and 40 is older than 31, right? So no. Okay. I am gonna swipe off on you for a second, Instagram. I gotta check my maps. Give me 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Just gonna check on the turn that I'm gonna make here soon. So we're about to get out of. We're about to starting to head east away from all of the mountains. It's about to get real, not as fun visually for a while. So it'll be great to have you guys with me because 20 hours of just flat desert, pretty boring. The podcast is what they call it, pretty boring drive. Would be an awful lot. But at least I can talk to myself, but I'm talking to you guys. Look at all this snow. Look at all my. So yeah, if you're trying to get help moving around, please let me know how old you are. If it's just you, or if you've got any dependents, animals, like what's your situation? If you've got a bachelor's or above in anything, what do you do for work? Just broad. You don't have to write a paragraph like that. And if you own a home. And how do you get like more? I know how it is on TikTok. I don't go live on TikTok anymore because they censor fucking everything. But I know on TikTok you like press it a bunch and you like heart it a bunch to like get more people in here. How do you do this shit on Instagram? Do you just not? It's just like whoever comes in, or like how do we get more people in here? Teach me the things about the things, could you? I know I have to say it just quiet parts because I'm just like, let me get on a 10-minute soapbox about how the United States is stealing from you, and actually it's like not immoral at the fuck all to max out your credit cards and not pay that shit back because the US is stealing from you in all of these different ways. But I don't know how to like just jump on that fucking soapbox. I mean, I guess we just do that. Let's talk about why the United States sucks. Okay, but also, driving in snow makes me a little nervous. It makes me a little nervous. Some of the engineering Facebook is always Facebook. So full of shit. You're not in South America. You're such a liar. And I was like, you can literally go on a live stream with me. Is this, are you not entertained? Is this not a different climate than you are currently in? Is this not a different hemisphere? I think it's really shocking to me how many people don't understand that there's different climate all over the world, and that like although you guys are in summer right now, not everywhere is in summer right now. You know, it's a shocking amount of people that don't know that. This is in Patagonia, in very southern Argentina. Okay. Like this part. This is rather big, so maybe I should hold on a second, Instagram. I'm gonna get off for a second and make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, it just was a very large turnoff, and I just was insecure. So we're doing good. I just was nervous. Oh, they're having a snowball fight. Oh, they're having a snowball fight. That's so cutie, cutie, cutie. Okay, what did you say? I've seen other live streams. I've I've seen other live streams that are more interactive. There may be a way to enable likes and questions on your end. Okay. That may amplify. How do you know how to do that? Could you? So I'm a beginner on all of these things. I don't really know what it is that I'm doing, other than I know a lot of shit about fucking over the states, and I know a lot of shit about living around the world and visas and stuff. Oh my god! Time out! Time out! Time out! Bushes. Bushes. Can you see all of those mountains back there? And like the lake, the lakes. See? Can you see it? Me too. I do. Hold on a sec. Yeah, if you could teach me the basics of going live on fucking Instagram, I guess what I really need to do is pull over at some point and get super glue and put this magnum on with super glue. Is that what needs to happen? Can you go good Coco? Look at that guy running. It's the third fucking time. I should get my super glue. Let me know. Hold on. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, teach me how to do stuff on Instagram lives. Would you? I don't know how to enable questions or what is that? The song. Send me your location. Let's focus on communication. Ooh, I don't know that song. What song is that? I'm Donnie, making America better though. I feel like there's more community with him. And this works right now. We just had to pray for her. Yes. Love Mom Dami. And also, hi, if you're new to me, I'm a radical leftist, right? Like I don't believe in the two parties. The Democratic Party is a paid opposition party. It's not real, it's two sides of the same fucking bird. Mandami is to placate. He is to give you hope, and hope is great. I love him. I root on him. I cheer on him. He makes me. I love him. But it's also to fucking placate you, because without Mandami, you are so much closer to fucking rioting. You are so much closer to burning some shit down and doing what needs to fucking be done. We need to be burning shit down. How much can I say before Instagram takes me out of here? When these surveillance centers are complete, you guys are now living in a totalitarian and a police state, and there is no going back to that. You are fucked, beyond repair, fucked, and that is one whisper away from happening and becoming reality. What you need to be doing is setting shit on fucking fire. Stop going to work and having mass fucking what do they call it when you stop mass boycotting. Everyone stop fucking work. Set this shit the fuck on fire. Luigi some motherfuckers and get the table back to where it needs to be, because once these surveillance centers are done, you guys are fucking cooked, man. You're cooked. I can't help you anymore. You're fucking cooked. And you gotta ride out whatever horrible fascist wave is coming. And you know that's fucking true. In your fucking bones, you know that shit's true. Mamdani, love him. But he's to placate you so that you don't burn some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Oh, okay. I'm cool with it. Love him. But not right now, my guy. Right now, we need to be doing some other fucking shit. Right now, our hope needs to be in real fucking revolution. Real fucking revolution right now is schmilence. And if you're not gonna Luigi Smilance, at least be distracted with it. At least burn some shit. Okay, where I have this super good the other day. Yeah, super. what am I? So hold on, YouTube. So sorry about this. So sorry about your inconvenience. Here. You guys can chill like that for a second. So sorry. I'm fixing ya. Super glue a magnet. Super glue a magnet. Tell you about the time I got super glue in my eye in third grade and had to wear a pirate patch for a week to school. Did not help my social situation. It's a good story to tell now. Super gluing on, put the fucking magnet back on that shit. Hey, look at me, baby. Are you straight? You look good? You look good? Okay. Okay, now stay on the thing. Do the fucking thing. Listen, you're gonna have to just deal with my face. Maybe I put in too much super glue. Too much fucking glue. Alright, let's just let her dry. Let's just let her dry. YouTube's gonna have a fun show for a minute. Okay, what are we doing over here on the this? That's linked to my stream. Okay, and sharing is the only way as viewers can spread awareness. Oh, you guys share it? Do you guys share it on your shit, or how do I share it? Teach me the way. Teach me the things, but can you do it in like super basic terms? Also, send me a DM if you want the link to the WhatsApp group chat. We're forming a pretty cool community of talking this shit. And also, I let you guys know when I'm going to go live hours before I let anybody else know. I let you guys know as soon as I know. And then post all the links of the places I go live there. So, I think I've got it set up on Instagram right now, where if you just like send a DM talking about like, what's the WhatsApp live stream link or whatever, it just like automatically gives it to you. And I should be starting this week the one-on-one sessions. So I think there's also a prompt of like, do you want to book a one-on-one session with me? And click on that too, because very soon I will be going through and adding like the actual link to my calendar to be able to actually start booking them. I really had to get into Argentina and see if the sun was going to be better than what it was before, because, you know. And here's what I decided today. I need to write like a discrepancy on where you go on to like book. And there has to be a discrepancy of like, hey, we all have to have the understanding that I live my life off solar panels. And so there are going to be days where it's rainy and I don't have enough battery with the solar panel. And I'm not in an area where I can pay for a camping spot to be able to connect to the power, to connect to their Wi-Fi, to be able to stream, to be able to do this one-on-one booking. So there are going to be occasional times, despite all of my best efforts, where I will have to reschedule with people. And we have to give me grace for that. Otherwise, I just feel too anxious to even be able to begin, because what if, worst case scenario, my lifestyle makes it difficult for me to be able to show up when I said I was going to show up one time. So, but I think I will feel better with having that discrepancy of a disclaimer of like, listen, if we book some shit and the sun and the rain and there's like nowhere to pay to get internet prevents me from doing this with you when I said I was going to do it with you, I got you. I'm seeing you. We will reschedule. We are going to talk about it. It's going to get worked out, you know? So I think I can do it with that disclaimer. Okay. And I think the magnet's back on. See if that holds up. It's a risky, but you're right. If something happened to my daddy, it's like, without them, Dami, you guys would not, well, let's be real. Let's be real. The U.S. is never going to do what the fuck it needs to do to fight back anyways. That's why they call you all cattle. You guys are going to be led straight to the fucking slaughter. If I thought any different, the advice would be, here's how we black, here's how you Molotov cocktail some shit, here's how you fucking, you know. But there's too many white moderates, there's too many liberals, there's too many people who are too placated, there's too many people who are so desperately excited at the thought of a black woman being in charge of the genocide, and they feel so morally superior that you don't agree that the lesser of two evils is going to get us anywhere than fucking right of center every goddamn time. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I'm going to be out to brunch right now. I know, that's the fucking problem. So, yeah. So now the advice is, let's fuck over the United States. Let's get a cash grab. Let's take some of your money that they fucking have been stealing from you back. Get you to a better fucking fucking life, a quality ass life. Let's jog around some people out. Because you could still dismantle the fascist empire. You could still work on dismantling the United fucking States on the outside while you are safe and happy and have a quality of life. Hi, that's what I'm doing right the fuck now. I help dismantle the fascist fucking empire every goddamn day while I'm hopefully safe outside. I mean, I'm on the way to Brazil to get asylum, so hopefully I can then be really safe from the US and its reach. But look at this shit. Looks as though likes and questions are now. I mean, I'll do my best to do likes. Oh, okay. Van Scott, thanks for all of these. Like, thanks for letting me know all these things. I appreciate you for that. Check out for reference. Like many people want to actually leave because it's expensive and scary and whatnot. And that's the workings of the propaganda machine. The propaganda machine has made it so one, a lot of people from the United States can't fucking afford the luxury of a passport, afford the luxury of leaving the United States, afford the perspective of what's going on in other countries and how much easier it is to live in other countries. And so there's so much fear associated. There's so much fear in thinking like, what if things get bad? What am I going to do? What am I going to fall back on? Because things get bad all the time in the United States and you barely have anything to fall back on. But the reality of the situation is life is so much easier to just fucking hustle outside of the US. In the US, if you lose your house, if you lose your job, if you're naked on the side of the road with nothing and you got to figure it the fuck out, what are you going to do? You have to depend on the generosity of strangers to get yourself out of that situation. Pretty much anywhere else in the fucking world, what are you going to do? Naked, alone, nothing, penniless? Well, you're going to find some fucking clothes at first. You're going to ask for $1, whatever. You're going to buy a pack of water, split that water bottle up, go sell individual waters, hustle that shit on the street, make a little bit of money, buy something else, hustle that shit a little bit more. Make it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the ability to hustle outside in the world is so fucking real. My homie on the chat all the time, Maurice, is a great tattoo artist. I'm like, my dude, let's get you to fucking Brazil. Get you to Brazil on a beach town with just your tattoo gun. Just walk up and down the beach and talk to tourists and offer, this is what I offer. I'm a tattoo artist, you know? Show them your book. Show them your fucking leg of tattoos that you've done yourself. You're gonna get people. Okay, you don't do tattooing? And make brownies. Go somewhere, make a bunch. You don't have a job, you don't have income, you've got dependents, you gotta figure it out. Naked alone on the side of the road, right? Make some fucking brownies, make some fucking sushi. Go get a cooler with some ice and go buy a 6-pack of beer and go walk around the tourists and touristy areas and go sell them an uppriced cold fucking beer. Make some money, go buy some more beer, go do it again. The ability to hustle outside the world is so fucking accessible. You literally can't lose. As long as you have a hustle mentality, you can't fucking lose. You can't do that shit in the States. In the States, you got to do all this bureaucratic bullshit. You got to get a permit. You got to do this, and then a cop's bugging you. All this. That's not the reality. I mean, that's not what I'm telling you to do. But I'm just saying, if worse comes to fucking worse, this English teaching job, we help you get this online personal assistant job, we figure you out. This going to school online and using the student loans to fucking live off that shit doesn't work out. These are the routes I'm going to tell you to go to actually be making it consistent. I mean, those things don't work out. You're naked alone. Everything's fucked up. You don't have community. What do I do? My backup plan, baby. You just hustle. You just have a hustle mentality. Trust in yourself. You figure out, like, it's so much easier to live and to make shit work outside of the United States. It's so fucking hard to make shit work out in the United States. There's so much goddamn bureaucratic bullshit, red tape that you gotta fucking go through. It's ridiculous. I mean, if some shit ever happened to me, if some shit ever fucking happened to me, and we ended up on the side of the road, that's what I would do. I would buy whatever cheap thing I could buy. I'm a good cook. Make whatever the fuck I can make. Sell it for a little bit more than what it costs or whatever. Make a little bit of money, return, invest in some more shit. Do it again. It's like, and then after that gets going well, make something more expensive that I can sell more expensive. It's like. And also, it's so affordable to live outside of the United States. Like, you could live in Peru, comfortable as fuck for $800 a month. Comfortable as fuck. You could live in Peru selling cold ass beers from a cooler in a beach town. Easy. Fucking easy. States has enslaved you. Your quality of life is fucking abysmal. You could barely afford your rent. You could barely afford your fucking groceries if you don't get anything fucking fancy, right? Can't even go to the doctors. What if you get fucking sick? Getting an education is a fucking luxury without being incredibly in debt. The United States has enslaved you to its capitalist fucking machine. Your quality of life is shit. The backup plan in the United States is living on the street and hoping that people treat you better than what they treat your current houseless neighbors, you know? And also, community is such a farce, especially in the white culture in the United States. Community is such a fucking farce in the United States. For me, like, I've had situations in the world where, like, I've broken down and had no money or just things went wrong, right? Where I've been alone and needed help. And you just look around you and the people in your area, the locals in your area, like, there is community all around you, especially if we're doing Latin America, especially if you're going to Southeast Asia. There is so much community who, like, is there wanting to help you, you know? And then you also help them in return. It's a similar situation, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna scroll off of you Instagram for 2 seconds. I gotta check my map. Give me a second. Okay. Great. Still got a little bit to go. Look at this pretty spot. Okay, this maybe I don't know how once we turn, we're gonna turn off of this area. We're gonna leave going north in a second. I don't know how quickly it gets to like the pampas of like flat and desert and like no trees, no hills, nothing. I don't know. So everybody soak this in because we might not be seeing such pretty things for a hot minute. Okay, what are we saying? Being on the phone too much is bad. Yep. Probably honestly shouldn't leave the largest militarized country so quickly in the hands of fascists. I mean, somebody has to say and fight the good fight the whole right street. But here's the thing: when are you going to start the fight? Crickets, crickets, crickets. When are you going to start the fight? Crickets, crickets, crickets. Right. So learning about them fucking raping newborn babies still attached to their umbilical cords so fucking violently until those babies were fucking killed, and then eating those babies and joking about how it tastes like cream cheese wasn't enough for you guys to do anything collectively. Collectively, nothing. No riots, no burnings, no one Luigi, nothing. You're hearing the worst fucking thing that could ever possibly, the worst horror show that could ever fucking happen. We're shown proof that it's happened and nothing. So what do you mean we're going to start fighting? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to fight when it comes to your personal front door. It's too late. It's too fucking late because you're going to fight everyone off by yourself. If you're not standing up for your community, where were you in 2020, baby? Why'd you go back inside? Why'd you go back inside after it became not trendy to have the black square in the fist of like fucking Black Lives Matter? Why'd you go back inside? What do you mean? What do you mean you're going to start fighting? No, you're not. No, you aren't. And I'm going to call it like it is, my love. You're not. Unless you've been on the ground, unless you are one of my comrades on the front line, unless you're a motherfucker who's planning to burn down some data centers, unless you're a motherfucker who's planning on disabling some cars in the middle of a fucking highway in a group and a team so you disrupt the flow of fucking traffic and we pull some Bolivia indigenous shit going on right now. You know what I mean? You're not. Baby, you're not. You're not. So if we're not going to fight back, your choices are be a martyr of the white supremacy nation, which, I mean, if that's what you want to do, well, fun, or to fucking John Brown and leave and fight this shit from the outside. And you get to pick a path, but I'm not gonna allow the conversation anymore of like, no, we're gonna fight it off. No, the fuck you aren't, because you aren't doing shit now, collectively. I don't know you personally, maybe you are personally doing shit now. Collectively, you're not doing shit now. When is the line? When's the line in the fucking sand that now collectively we're gonna burn shit? Because it wasn't fucking raping newborn babies and eating them and talking about cream cheese. And even for the whiteys, it's not shooting a good white Renee Good. It's not killing a good white Alex Pretty. That wasn't the line. So when is the line? When the violence comes to your personal door, it's too fucking late. It's too late. Hi, if you're new here, I've got a lot of strong opinions. I'm a schmilent leftist. It's the ultimate. If you're also new here, I read every single comment, so sometimes it takes me. Look at this cute ass fucking town. What do you guys care? Here on the side. If you are here for the view too, YouTube's got the better view. YouTube's in the center of the thing, which I'm live on YouTube and Instagram right now too. But if you can't watch the whole live, I'm gonna be live forever. So of course you can. I will repost the live up on the YouTube channel, so you can always rewatch it back then. Always be good bits of information and good advice. Let's to rewatching it. Okay, so turn right. Hold on, I'm gonna Instagram. I gotta get off you a second. I gotta go to the GPS. Right here. Okay, look at these cutie ass towns. They're very like German inspired. Okay, so then this is what. So then I just fucking. We're just getting out of here. So that's gonna get me to there, and then I just get out. Let's see. Okay, thanks for staying with me while I check the directions. We gotta drive through this town to like get to the spot, so I'm sure I'm gonna have to get off the Instagram for a second. Oh, look at this cutie ass fucking town. Holy shit. I better freaking approach some of this for the YouTube channel. I better take a video. I better take a video. These buildings are a lot different than they are. Their houses are so much different than they are in Chile. That was an interesting block too. Yeah, it's like they're holding hostages. They're making them. I mean, truly. I mean, that's why they do some franchising. Is turn left onto this one. This one right here. Okay. I mean, they do some franchising here so fucking much. It's almost unobtainable to be able to leave the United States. And unless we're doing fuck the U.S., steal some of their money and Robin Hood that shit, how the fuck are you gonna get out? Most people, how the fuck are they gonna get out? You're not, you know? Unless we're doing some shenanigans, and I'm team shenanigans. Okay, let me look at the GPS for a second. Hold on. We could go this way. I think it's just this way and then up. Okay, I think. It's cool as houses. You're so welcome, Melissa. I've nothing else to do, right? Except missing my family. Yeah, but here's the thing, like, you can always come back and visit when the shit's not so fascist and scary and like dangerous. You can always come the fuck back and visit. Even if you fuck over your credit cards and get a cash grab, even if you fuck over student loans and get a cash grab, even if you do whatever the fuck, you can still come back and visit. And if you want to come back to the States, fine, fine. Do what the billionaires do and file for bankruptcy and then fucking get all that shit wiped clean and start over. Credit scores, this fucking debt, this culture of this shit is a made up fucking game made only so poor people are fucking affected by it. Billionaires and wealthy people don't play by these rules. They don't play by these rules. Anytime they have some shit and some business deals and some fuckery that doesn't work out, they file for bankruptcy, wipe the slate clean, and fucking do it all over again. They don't play by the same fucking rules we have to play by. So why the fuck should we steal their fucking money? You know what I'm saying? Fuck the white supremacy nation. Fuck all the arms and tools that it uses. I'm not interested in playing by the rules. What rules? The rules of who? The rules of rape, pillage, and steal? Thank you. Fuck off. lot of hearts. Oh, thanks for the hearts, friends. Oh my god, I gotta get my nails dirty. Okay, I don't want to turn off the rest of it. Right now, I'm in Argentina. I am in Patagonia. We are headed to Buenos Aires, baby. Quite some time. I mean, I guess it's not quite some time. Hopefully, I can keep up the pace of like driving pretty well. I've got like 20 hours. 20 hours of what supposedly is just very, very flat, very desert, very boring. What are you doing, friend? How you just pulled out of the bus and not look behind you? That's crazy. That's really crazy, guy. Um, so this is probably the last day, the last few hours of like really pretty things happening before it's a very monotonous drive, in which I'm so excited that I will have you guys to talk to myself with and through. Otherwise, 20 hours of a boring ass drive sounds fucking shitty. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Instagram, let me check that out. Oh, yeah, perfect. And that goes up there. Okay. And then 6 minute, no. Oh, oh, okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, great. We're doing so good. Yeah, this part is really beautiful. There's a lot of, I mean, obviously there's a lot of German influence. But before 1942, before like Nazis and shit, there also was a lot of German influence before. So the architecture here is so different than the architecture in Chile. And I mean, that's what they say about Argentina. They say it's like, it feels like European of Latin America because of the architecture. And already, yes, I'm understanding that a lot. But also, Patagonia is a very, very, very touristic, very gorgeous, very expensive, beautiful area. So it would make sense, even if the rest of Argentina isn't like super European architecture. I mean, we'll see. That would make sense of why this area is even more so like ski resorty looking, you know, because I mean it is ski resorty area. That's why we're hurrying up and leaving, because I'm not trying to drive through the snow more than we've already driven through the snow today. Okay. What oh my gosh. Okay, so if you're new to me, I was almost murdered 6 years ago on the 4th of July at a Black Lives Matter protest in Seattle, Washington. You probably saw the video of my lifeless body flying through the air. Oh my god, dude. That was crazy. That was crazy. Is it supposed to be a 2-lane fucking road? That was crazy. My friend Summer Taylor was murdered next week. Is this a 2-lane road? Should I be on the lookout for this? I think that guy was just crazy. But yeah, so that anniversary is coming up, and that anniversary is obviously really painful time for me. So I've been trying to think for a while, like what I want to do and where in the world I want to be to celebrate summer and myself, and probably have a lot of really hard, big feelings as I typically do. And I think Buenos Aires and doing a bunch of gay shit, so many queer fucking things, and going and staying in the queer area of Buenos Aires sounds like exactly what it is that I want to be doing to celebrate me in summer. Yeah, so Buenos Aires, baby. So hopefully we're gonna be there before the 4th of July. More views. Oh, okay. And then if you don't mind, if your fingers aren't occupied, my friends, if you're on the Instagram portion of the live, you can tap that out of the screen. Thanks, Betty. I appreciate it. I guess I should have small laptop. That's a nice little trail to walk by the river. It's cute. But yeah, my dad wants to go to Peru and build tree houses. Hell yeah, Peru is gorgeous. Peruvians are gorgeous. Hold on a second. Bitch, quit fucking telling me that. I don't need that. live on both of my devices right now. Sometimes Instagram, you guys are going to play. Well, I'm figuring out where the fuck I'm going. But thanks for hanging in. I think we should be great. I think 2:37 is the highway. Yeah, Peru is amazing. Peruvians are gorgeous and very friendly. Peru is very, very, very affordable. And Peru is excellent because it's so, like, it's not a criminal charge to overstay a tourist visa. It is, it's a civil offense. It's just a ticket. And it's a very, very, very cheap ticket. As they go to Peru on a tourist visa, they overstay the tourist visa, and just now they just live in Peru. People do that. I personally know so many people who've done this. They stay for 7 years. They stay for a couple of years. If you want to leave, if you want to leave and go visit somewhere else, or go back home or whatever the fuck, you just pay the fee. You just pay the fine for overstaying the visa, leave, and then whenever you want to come back, there's no problem. They just give you another tourist visa. And so it's not even frowned upon. Like, the police don't care about it. It's not a criminal offense to overstay a visa in Peru. It's just a civil offense and it's a fee. So Peru is an excellent place for people if you want to move abroad for expats. Hell yeah, build treehouses. That'd be so fun. If you guys do, let me know. It'll probably be a couple of years till I finally make it to Peru. I'm gonna come hang out at a treehouse. That's literally why I haven't left, because of the what ifs. And I hear you, but I'm saying that, like, hi, let me be your support, let me be your, like, encouragement, let me be the person that I can help remind you, like, you don't, the what ifs, the reason why you have so many what ifs is because there's so many ways to fail in the United States. There are so many ways to fall through the cracks of society and, like, humanity and end up alone and naked and without nothing on the side of the road. Like, that is such an option that's so easy to happen. A couple fucked up months and that can happen to any of us. It's not the case around the world. It's not the. Let's say you went to Peru on a tourist visa. Let's say you follow my advice, which is stop paying your fucking bills. Pay your phone bill, because we need your phone bill for a second. Research in your state. How long do you have until the cops? Okay, hold on. Okay, these are rough. Okay. How long do you have in whatever state you're in? Is it a month? Is it 2 months until the cops come in and physically remove you for eviction? That's our marker date. What's your date on that? Is it a month? Is it 2 months? Most places it's at least 2 months, right? So stop it. Well, first, we're going to get you hooked up with work outside, whether it's working, teaching English online, or we're getting you a cash grab with your student loans, signing up for school to go to school online, and getting money from your student loans and Pell Grant, taking all that shit out. So you're getting like $3,000-ish bucks every 3 or so months, or you're doing some other kind of online work that we're figuring out for you. We're getting our online shit going on so that you feel reassured that you've got money coming in, there's money coming in, right? And then you're going to stop paying all your bills except for your phone bill. Stop paying your house bills, stop paying your utility bills, stop paying your car payments, stop paying your insurance, pay your insurance, I guess, whatever. Stop paying your fucking bills, right? We're getting a cash grab from that. From not paying your bills, that's $1,000, $2,000, I don't know how much your bills are. But that's enough for our plane ticket. So that's what we're getting for a plane ticket to get out. In that time, you're selling all your fucking shit. You don't need shit. I have wasted so much fucking money paying the fees to fly too much of my crap around the world that I end up not fucking using, and it's cheaper to replace on the other side of the world. So we're selling all of our fucking shit. You don't need your shit. You sell your shit, stop paying your rent, you're teaching English online, or you're going to school and you're getting those student loans coming in, or whatever it is, you got your cash grab, we're moving, we're saying fuck off. So we're out, now we're in Peru. Now let's say you decided you're not going to school anymore, you're not going to get that $3,000 every 3 or so months, you're not going to teach English, you don't want to do that shit anymore, you know, then that's when you're hustling, you're buying a bottle of tequila and little shot glasses, and you're walking around the tourists on the beach, and you're selling mini shots of fucking booze, and you're making, I mean, you would make a pretty good money from that. So depending on where you live, you know, you'd make some pretty good money selling tourist shots on the beach. Or you're fucking making brownies and you're selling that shit on the beach. Or you're doing whatever, you've got a hustle mentality. Or you're fucking slinging English lessons in Peru in person, you know, whatever the fuck it is. There's not really a way to fucking fail. As long as you've got a hustle mentality, there's not really a way to fail, you know? If you don't have a bachelor's, that's how I first moved abroad. I was getting my bachelor's anyways, but I wanted to get the fuck out of the United States, so I switched to whatever degree they would let me do online at the time. This was pre-2020. I switched to whatever degree they let me do at the time, went to school online, and just lived in a van in Mexico, living off my student loans. I was getting ready to start teaching English online, but then COVID happened, came back to the States, got ran over by the car, yada, yada, yada. The story goes on. But that's how I first moved abroad, is just going to school online. But I'm here to be your support. If you've got the what ifs, let's work through them. If you got the what ifs in 2, 3, 6 months, a year, let's work through them. I'm fucking here. As long as I'm not dead. I like showing up like this. This makes me feel like I'm fucking over the United States. This makes me feel like I'm showing up in mutual aid. I'm showing up in community care. These are my fucking values. I like showing up for you guys like this. I'm going to keep doing this shit. I've been doing it for 6 months. I'm going to keep doing it, So I'm here. If you've got the what ifs, if you've got the worry, I'm going to be a resource for you. I'm not going anywhere. I will show up and help you. I've been doing this shit and living this way for a very long time. I know some things. We can work it out. As long as you got a hustle mentality, we can do this shit. Glad you're living life free. I got me and mines out of the States. Yes. Sending love from Thailand. Okay, where in Thailand? I was living in Chiang Mai in the north for a year. Whenever my dogs pass, I'm moving back to Asia. Well, hopefully it's in like 10 years or whatever the fuck, but you will catch my ass back in Thailand. I love Thailand so much. What part of Thailand are you hanging out in? You brought your van to Mexico. So I had a van in the United States. I drove that all over, got rid of that van, and then I bought a van in Mexico at a tianguis. So I bought a van at a flea market in Mexico for $1,500, just a minivan. Turned that into a house and drove all over Mexico for a year and a half, rescuing a bunch of dogs. I didn't mean to rescue a bunch of dogs, but that's just ended up what happened. And then that's where I was when COVID happened. I was living on the side of a mountain in Chiapas, Mexico, and very, very, very South Mexico, with like 8 rescue dogs, and then had to drove back across the border because of COVID. And I only ended up getting back to Portland the day that George Floyd was murdered. So it was all, So yeah, right before I got ran over by the car, I was just a fucking hippie living in a van with a bunch of dogs on the side of a mountain in Mexico, trying to figure out how to get these dogs adopted so I can keep going south into Guatemala, but the borders got closed and things got crazy, so I came back. $1,500. I was at a tianguis, so it was a minivan, but yeah, the van I'm in currently is $5,000, and it had all the carpentry done. Has all this gorgeous. These fucking bumps are coming out of nowhere, bro. What do you fucking mean you ain't gonna warn a motherfucker? That's a big ass bump. My dude, Argentina, what are we doing? How are you not gonna warn me? Alright. Yeah, I got the van I'm in now for $5,000. I had all the carpentry. The carpentry is gorgeous in this van. Everything all made up. I just had to throw some solar panels on and a Starlink for Wi-Fi. But that's my thing. Like I travel around the world for years, but not that I'm like trying to stick to a budget, but like I'm just a frugal motherfucker. I don't see the point in spending $100,000 on a fucking Sprinter van to do what? If you've got it, I guess sure, but I'd rather spend $100K on 6 years living a fucking life, doing whatever the fuck I want in a $5,000 van, But I don't know, but catch me in Brazil. In Brazil, I heard about these auctions where you can get these like monster dump, like these monster truck, huge fucking Forbes, massive. We don't have trucks like them in the States, but these fucking massive 4x4 high clearance trucks that come empty that you can build a house in. I met a dude who moved out in $1,000. Woo! So that's the manifestation in a couple of years or however it works out. In Brazil, I'm gonna give me one of these fucking tanks of a house and build it out, and that's gonna be the rig I overland Africa with. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hell yeah. But even that, instead of spending, I mean, that you could easily buy a tank like that for like $250,000. I mean, people sell vehicles like that. Hell no, I'm gonna get one in an auction, and me and said future manifestation lover and me are gonna build that out for like $20,000. Woo! It's gonna be good. Come with me while we fucking sip some tea from our sun deck in the middle of Botswana on safari. Oh, hello, elephant. Good morning to you. Oh, hello, beautiful lover. Yes, I will take a smooch. Thank you. Yep, I fast a lot and avoid pills. I am using contraceptive though. So tumors, the belt, they don't care anyways. I mean, get to a country where they give a shit about your healthcare. Let's get you to a place where healthcare is affordable and obtainable. And I mean, the U.S. wants you to they want you to be sick and enslaved and die. Like, they don't want to help you. They don't want to help you. So they kill all the scientists with the fucking patents to cure cancer. I miss Colombia. Me too. Colombians are so fucking beautiful. Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta check the map. Okay. Oh, it just goes okay. Okay, I got like 36 miles to like turn. Preemptive. Okay. I miss Colombia and I'm trying to get out so bad. I hate how financially difficult it is it can be to move. Wish me luck, whatever, to get me out. I wish you luck, but let me help you. How can we help you? If you're wanting help to figure out a cash grab and shit, how old are you first? Tell me how old you are. If it's just you get dependents. Do you have a bachelor's in anything or any higher degrees in what? What do you do for work? And do you own a house? Let me help you figure it out, my dude. People mostly white and white-centered people are fucking shit. I mean, absolutely. I mean, people who keep their heads so buried in the fucking sand and choose to stay ignorant because it's comfortable for them. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so here's a... Hold on a sec. Hold on a shit. Man, if one thing Argentina's got is a fuck ton of cops. There's already been so many like police checkpoints I've driven through, which is actually why I'm changing my fucking route to go the route that I'm currently going to be going on. Because the route I was going to be going on, there's like warnings on. I use an app called iOverlander that tells me everything about the shit that people have traveled through before. There's a couple like police searches with like dogs and shit up ahead, and I'm a Cheech and Chonger, so we're gonna avoid that. We're gonna go a different route. Thank you so very much. John Brown lived in Kansas. What do you mean leave? Do you know who John Brown was? Do you know what he did? Do you know his role in abolition? He showed up in violence to protect people and helped them flee and move abroad to safety. So I'm John Brown and people out. He's a big North Star of a compass of morality for me. It has been for a long time, and that's how I show up and shit. Let's get some motherfuckers out, and if we got to do a little bit of violence on the way, well, don't mind if I do. Here's a cutie little townhome. Apparently, cancer can be eradicated via parasite cleanse and avoiding processed foods. I mean, I don't even know. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, people know, but they all get fucking massacred before they're able to tell us. But Donald Trump is just a damn con artist. He can't even think for himself. anymore. I refuse to call him a president, his own mother. I don't really say his name. I just say the orange man or whatever the fuck. His own mother said he has no social skills and would suck at a president. I mean, he told us in the 90s, what talk show was it? He told us that American people from the States are so stupid that he could run on whatever and just lie to them, and he would run as a Republican because those people are dumb enough to believe it. I mean, he said all this shit. There's video of him saying, they don't care. They don't care. He is a sheep led to the slaughter. I mean, one of the most shocking things about being somebody who's gone viral quite a few times is how dumb people are. And I don't mean that as a personal insult, like literally systemically, socially, epidemically, how dumb people are. And I mean, the education budget cuts consistently in the United States are no fucking joke, you know? No joke. I mean, but they have to keep us dumb. If they keep us dumb, then we'd stay happy little sheep. If we educate ourselves, if we radicalize ourselves, so we understand what the reality of the situation is, they can't control us. They have to keep you dumb. You know? They have to keep you sheep. So he appeals to all of those people, you know? He was an abolitionist that fought for a more egalitarian society for all. Without John Brown, the failure of the Missouri Compromise never reaches into beautiful women. Yes, ChatGPT. You sound exactly like you copy and pasted that. But yeah, John Brown was a revolutionary motherfucker who put his money and his body where his mouth was, and did a lot of renegade, shenanigan, dope ass shit. Can you people not pass me? I don't know why you are up on my dick. Go around me. Thank you. He sure did say that. He sure. That's why, like, you guys remember in the beginning of when he announced he was running for president, it was the laughing stock of it was the butt of every joke. It was the butt of every joke. Ugh. But witchy, you know, conspiracy, whatever the fuck. But the elites have to tell you what they're doing to get your permission to do it. They always tell you exactly what it is that they're fucking doing, and then they do it anyways, and everyone's collectively shocked. They already told you guys he's not leaving when he's supposed to after 2 terms of a president. He already told you that. Why do you think he's making a bunker? Like, they always tell you what it is that they're doing because they need the collective society permission before they actually do this shit. It's witchcraft, man. You think we could go on that fucking rabbit hole too, but they always play in your faces about it. Society, you know, like, they have to, because they have to get societal permission for this shit. And then they've got people on the side screaming, what's going on? And then everyone's like, oh, you're crazy, touch grass, conspiracy theorists. And it's like, why can't you just look at what the fuck's around you? They're literally telling you what they're doing. Donald Trump has already fucking said, people who are anti-MAGA, anti-Christian nationalism, anti-fascist are domestic terrorists. He has fucking said that. That is now legal. Do you think that that's just on paper? No, baby. Do you think the 15 people in Minnesota that are being hunted for being legal observers, that's a one-time thing? That's not a one-time thing. That is going to be a precedent. Do you think Hassan Piker, a fucking social media person, a Twitch streamer, criticizing what's going on, now has bans and can't enter the UK, and now has, like, legislation being passed against him literally with his name on it? That's not going to be a one-time thing. It's a precedent we're setting. We're walking into a new era. That's why I'm going to Brazil to get asylum, because I'm now going to get deported back to the United States for being a fuck everything, burn the shit down activist, because they're labeling us as domestic terrorists so they can hunt us. Do you know what? I can't remember what states, but they're passing bills right now where they can. Okay, I better. Listen, I haven't researched this enough. I'm not speaking on this with authority like I usually do on the rest of the shit. Take the things I'm saying with some grains of salt. Do your own research, because I need to do more research in this shit too. But I saw a few things the other day about how disabled people, people with autism, people with PTSD, people with whatever, like disability shit, addiction shit. Like there's so many people who are now going to be, okay, what are the words I'm trying to say? List, where people are being added to fucking list. People who are disabled, people who have like mental health shit going on are being added to fucking list and will be rounded up. Like that's, I mean, it's Nazi Germany shit. That's what they fucking did. But there's bills and things that are being passed to be able to do that. They're not leaving. They're building a bunker out of a ballroom. They're not fucking leaving. This is not, we haven't reached the pinnacle of this shit the fuck yet, you know? Like, Nightmare Town is only increasing. Nightmare Town is only increasing. I'm sorry, teacher. Yeah. They always tell us what they're doing before they fucking do it. Pizzagate and shit. How many celebrities? Jennifer Aniston. What's the guy who dresses like the bum all the time and all the romantic comedies with him? What's his fucking name? Adam Sandler. Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler, fucking Ellen DeGeneres laughing about pizza parties. So the live talking about whose pizza party was the best. They're talking about fucking raping kids. They're talking about fucking rape. That's what. They play in our face about that, and they've been doing that for so fucking long, and then it was like, oh, conspiracy theories, and now with the files that have come out, it's like, no, baby. They tell us what they're doing, so that they can get societal permission to continue doing it. Whoa, damn, look at those trees. Those trees are like a coral color, what the fuck? Damn, those are cool trees. You too, man. I ain't never seen some colored trees. The shows, The Boys, The Handmaid's the shows, The Boys, and Handmaid's Tale perfectly encapsulates what the fuck is in store for the States. Literally, people have probably 3 years tops to get out. I mean, I think if you're a black and BIPOC person, you've got significantly less time than that. I think 3 years is way. I mean. I'm scared. Do I have 6 months to dee-dee-daddle around fucking where I'm going before I get into Brazil to seek asylum? Before shit gets. I mean, I think 3 years is way overestimating. I mean, think about where we were last year. A year ago today, things are significantly worse. Significantly worse than they were a year. I can't imagine this time next year is now going to be significantly what the fuck worse. You know, I think 3 years is generous to think you have that much time. He also said the bunker will be fitted with drones on the exterior to protect Washington, D.C. Code 4 to defend against the military attempting to remove him in the office of January 20th, 2029. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But he doesn't even fucking need it because he has his own militia. ICE is his own personal military. ICE is his own personal military force. They will do what he tells them to do. Yeah, drones around the White House is one thing, but he doesn't even need it. He doesn't even need it. You guys gotta get out. And I mean, like, literally, you guys gotta get out before that. I mean, at that point, when there's a violent non-turning over of what's supposed to happen in this, in quotations, fake democracy of the U.S., at that point, you're not getting out. At that point, it's like, I mean, shit, that's gonna be like, I mean, that's a pivotal fucking point in this shit. You've got to be getting out long before that. Yeah, long before that. If you're watching on Instagram and your fingers are not busy, would you mind tapping the hell out of the screen? Let's get some more folks in here. Let's steal some more money from the United States and move the fuck abroad, shall we? Oh, I'd come visit then. If anything stabilizes first and move my family and friends out there too. Yeah. I mean, I would like nothing more than to be able to go home. I miss Portland, Oregon so fucking much. It's so fucking painful. And there's a fantasy of a dream that at some point Turtle Island will be free from the imperialism of the United States. Hopefully, maybe someday, maybe may we all get to watch the fall of the U.S. empire in our lifetimes. May we all gather and embrace and dance in Turtle Island like we should have always been doing, you know? But until that time, I'm gonna be safe and try my best to fuck over the United States somewhere else in the world. There are no more rules. I mean, you got rules of morality. And the rules of morality are, we have a responsibility to each other to show up, to stand up, to help each other when we're in fucking need. Period. We do each other something. We have a responsibility to each other. But this made up bullshit, I mean, it was illegal to hide Jewish people being persecuted in the Holocaust. It was illegal to fucking aid indigenous people being persecuted by the fucking colonizers. What do you fucking mean? It's always illegal to do the moral thing. You know that Nick's video I posted the other day about that guy overdosing up there, and everyone said, no, don't go up there, and the cops were saying, no, don't go up there, and the guy went up there anyways, and then more people started to follow. What if he would have you know, this is what I'm saying. The revolution will not be televised means the revolution has, literally what they meant when they said the revolution will not be televised is that the revolution has to begin within you first, right? The revolution has to begin within you first. We desperately fucking need you to become so solid in your morals and so solid in your convictions and so solid in knowing what the fuck is right and what the fuck is wrong and being so unshaken by other people's opinions of who you are and what it is that you do, that you don't give a fuck, you don't listen to no's, you don't listen to no's from people in community or your peers or authoritative figures, because you do what the fuck is right to do, because we desperately need you to have the ability to stand up and say, this is not fucking all right, in a crowded room when everybody else says, no, follow the rules, follow the sheep. Our lives literally depend on it. Literally fucking depend on you loving yourself, trusting yourself, knowing who the fuck you are, having your morals, being unshakable in them, and being willing to not give a fuck when anybody else thinks about you, to do the right fucking thing every goddamn time. People's lives literally depend on it. What if that dude would have listened to the no's, you know what I mean? That is the revolution. Of course the revolution is doing anti-racism work, anti-colonialism work, absolutely. And the revolution is being so fucking unshakable in who you are that nobody can tell you shit. And you show up and you do the right thing because it's the right fucking thing to do. And it doesn't matter who the fuck is around and saying don't do it. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter the consequences, because you show up and you do the right fucking thing. No more rules. How many countries have I been to? I don't know, man. Okay. Well, there's more countries that I've been to, but I don't like to count them because it's like I've spent a little bit of time in Canada, but Canada is a huge fucking country, so I don't want to count Canada and been like, yeah, I've been there. So you know, okay. Mexico, of course. Let's just start going down. Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, poquito Brazil, but I don't like to count Brazil because I haven't done enough. Although I did spend like 2 weeks sailing down the Amazon River and in Manaus for a while, but I still don't like to count Brazil. So, okay. Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, obviously Argentina. Let's go. England, Amsterdam, Germany for a hot minute, but I don't like to count it because it was a real hot minute. Same with Belgium, hot minute. I don't want to count it a real hot minute. Ooh, that was like a B. I don't want to count it a real hot minute. What else have I been? India, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. Oh, Denmark. I fucking lived in Denmark. I can't believe I didn't say Denmark. South Africa. Are those the places in the world that I've been to? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Oh, the glare, the sun is really not famous for you guys right now. But I don't like to Malaysia a little bit. Oh, Singapore? Is that where? I think so, yeah. Yeah, I like to slow travel. So a lot of people who've been traveling as long as I have a lot more countries under their belt and a lot more things to check off. I like to know a place. You know, I go to Mexico and I slow travel there for like a year and a half. You know, I spent 13 months in Chile, in a country that I didn't really like. You know, it's like, so, but yeah. How many countries have you been to? What if the nose stopped him exactly? I love Portland so much. Okay, if you're new here, I read every single comment. It just takes me a while, and also driving. It's flipping awesome. You're so invited. Fuck yeah. So Argentina's current president is a guy named Javier Milei. He's a Zionist, yep, and a relative of Bibi, yep. I understand you're just passing through, but Israel's reach extends far beyond the U.S. Israel and the United States' reach extends literally everywhere. The imperialism goes everywhere. Yeah. But see, as I was in Chile, Patagonia, there's literally nowhere else I could go other than Argentina. And thus far, all of my interactions with Argentinians in like, the 4 or 5 days that I've been here have been so warm, so kind, so friendly. So I'm really enjoying Argentina so far. I have yet to in person meet a person from Israel who is claiming to be an Argentinian. And we'll see about that then. But, you know. Yeah, but so far I'm very much liking Argentina. Oh, okay. Just assume this process. Sorry, just checking the map, but I didn't let you know. His real last name is Milkowski. Yeah, I've heard that. So is Javier's around the world. Yeah, I've heard that. Yep. See, I want to have the conversation, and how far into the things are we going? I think the Zionists are the ones that put the Nazis up to it to kill so many Jewish people. So that, Zionists are not Jewish. Like let's have a massive difference. A lot of hardcore original Zionists weren't even Jewish at all. Like all Jewish, practice Jewish faith, ancestry Jewish at all. They hijacked that shit, right? I think the Zionists put the Nazis up to executing so many Jewish people so that then they could have the everlasting excuse of, we have to have a homeland, we have to do this, you can't criticize us. Oh, the horrors of our ancestors, invoking all this pain for public shame. You know what I'm saying? So I think even the fucking Holocaust is a Zionist fault. There's no difference for me, you know? We don't want to talk about that. And also, McGraw-Hill. They wrote our textbook. How many people actually did die? You know what I mean? Like, now you have to question everything. Now we have to question absolutely the fuck everything, because the people who educated are poorly educated people in the United States anyways are fucking Zionists. So, you know, I don't know. I almost promised no violence, silly me. I would never make such a promise. Robert Maxwell, yep. Installed the textbooks, yep. The government systemically dismantles public, yes. Education infrastructure, yes. It's no wonder why our society has consistently developed into idiocracy. 1,000,000% Okay, I have to pause here. I think I am making a turn. You're 1,000,000% correct. It's all, I mean, it's all to dumb us down and control us into we are, there isn't really any difference anyways between Zionism and the fucking US government anyways. Like, it's the fucking same thing. It's all the arm of white supremacy imperialism. We just call it different fucking names. It's the same fucking thing. It's a death cult. It's the same fucking shit. Okay, let me pause for a second while I check the map. Okay, I'm getting like too preemptive. I've got quite a bit to go before I make that turn. I just yesterday drove quite a bit out of the way because I wasn't paying attention to the map. I love Malaysia. I was definitely very nervous in Malaysia as a bald-headed, tattooed, very queer-looking person. Malaysia's got some pretty heavy anti-gay laws, so I didn't feel comfortable enough to really do too much around there. At some point, I would like to go back. Now that I'm a person who owns hair, I would like to go back and see if maybe I don't catch every fucking awkward stare. It just was, honestly, maybe I should go to Malaysia first instead of going there after Thailand, because Thailand is like the pinnacle of kindness and friendly and open and warm to me, and then going from Malaysia after that was quite a big culture shock for me. But yeah, maybe that's what I should do. I should, when I go back into Southeast Asia, I should go to Malaysia first to like not be as culture shocked by like the staring and the not totally friendly demeanor at some point. It's exactly why they don't want you to learn our history, and it's also done to hide stories of resistance as well. Yes, the fuck, yes. And also, like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of things about like really fundamental Tormud Judaism that I've learned now that is a lot of like child sacrificing shit and a lot of real weird laws and rules, and like it's okay to grape an infant under 10. It's not, it's like, or grape a kid under, I just, so I want to know why people have been kicked out and run out of so many countries and what was going on. Now, obviously, just like, fucking cults use Christianity for their cultish shit and call it Christianity, and it's like a death cult. And then you've got people who are actually like Jesus devotees who are actually like living life as OG Palestinian Jesus would have, that shit. So it's like, you can't really, one person's Jewish faith is not, I'm not saying that is the same as this like OG fundamental Talmud fucking baby sacrificing Jewish faith, like very different spectrums of things, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I wish we could know what real history is. I wish we didn't have to learn history through a Zionist lens, because what the fuck? Literally, we're taught history through a Zionist lens. Okay, at some point, I guess I probably should. What do I need gas? Yeah, I guess I have. Okay. We're probably okay to get to the next big stop. Exactly, and they don't want the masses to have the blueprint on how to resist, challenge the system. Exactly. That's why I'm such a hyper-focus. That's why, like, if you are going to be an on-the-ground fucking activist, if you are going to be frontline, you need to be researching and studying other cultures' resistance throughout history. You need to be studying Hong Kong. You need to be studying French Revolution. You need to be studying what they did in Chile and how the techniques that they use. Like, if you're going to be really, like, on the ground, let's resist some shit in, like, direct action ways, you have to independently educate yourself, because they don't want you to know this shit. still uses McGraw-Hill. I feel like every public education school in the United States uses McGraw-Hill textbooks. It uses Zionist fucking textbooks. Zionist PDF file fucking textbooks. Because it's not just that they're just Zionists. The dude's also a fucking pedophile. We've been to Trinidad, Japan, Taiwan, Canada, Vietnam, Mexico, Panama, and currently in Thailand. Where in Thailand? Looking forward to seeing Africa this winter. Oh, hell yeah. So where in Africa are you going to go? Hell yeah. Yes, it's very conservative there, yes. I can't wait to visit. Hell yes. Wouldn't mind exploring, moving to Kenya. Yeah, okay, so I can't tell you your profile picture, but if you are black, you abso-fucking-lutely. There are so many people who move to Kenya who love it, say that it's so affordable, they feel so safe, their money goes so far. There's a woman I follow or friends with on TikTok, 444 Diamond. She's a person from the States who's an expat in Kenya and talks all about it and helps people with like visas and stuff. Yeah, Kenya is the shit, I hear. How long until you make it to your next destination? Hey Miranda, my love. How are you, gorgeous? How's the day going? Well, I'm just driving until the sun goes down, so I've got another 3 more hours, plus or minus. Okay, so I think we are officially out of gorgeous Patagonia stuff. I think we are going to be getting into like pretty right away, leveling out desert. 20 hours of flatness probably. But yeah, I'll be on for another 3 hours probably. And then who knows if I still have power when I stop. I stopped the live stream when I was driving yesterday and then started it back up, just like hanging out and like talking to you guys for 4 hours last night, and that was so much fun. So who knows if I get off this stream and I still have power once I stop to do it again, we'll go some more, and you guys can look at my beautiful face while I tell you to steal money from the United States. And people don't understand this. The elites keep us separated, yes, from them, not just because of money, but also keep us from their lifestyles because it would expose the ugly filth that they practice. Literally. Bingo. They prefer to be worshipped with the masses, knowing how they have to stir. That's why I don't do celebrity culture. Add the fuck off, because what do you mean? What do you mean? Either you eat babies or you fucking know your peers eat babies and you continue to live with this and don't burn everything around you. What do you fucking mean, bro? Nah. No, thank you. I'm good on that. You bunch of fucking weirdos. Pattaya. Oh, you live in Pattaya. Okay, crazy. Are you a dude or a woman? Crazy. There are so many judgments on Pattaya. I hope you're a woman. I hope you're not a dude. And if you're a dude, if you're in your 60s, side eye my guy. Pattaya, if nobody else knows this, Pattaya, Thailand is very well known for sex tourism and gross old white men. Well, I guess gross any men, but specifically gross, I just don't like white people the most. Specifically gross old people going to Thailand and like picking up on very young Thai women for sex tourism and just being fucking disgusting. Zanzibar, oh hell yeah. Yeah, I want to see Kenya too. Yes, a proud member of the 92%. What does the 92% mean? Yes, a proud member of the 92%. What does that mean? I enjoyed you driving through that town. Yeah, it was really pretty. Zanzibar does look beautiful. Is Zanzibar off the coast of Africa, right? Like, close-ish, region-ish of like South Africa-ish? Or do I need to look at a map again? Help me with geography. Hey, and if you're new to me, I read every single comment. It'll just take me a second. So that was on YouTube. Now I'm going over to the Instagram. If you're watching to like hang out for the views, the YouTube definitely has the better clarity picture. But I decided what I'm going to start doing is I like going live on both places now, on Instagram and on YouTube, because the conversation is more like happening on both platforms at the same time. And then after the live's done, I'm just going to upload them to YouTube right away so people can rewatch them to get tips or advice or fuck the US banter, or, you know, if you want to just watch the view. Yeah, so I think all my live streams I'm going to post pretty quickly afterwards up on the YouTube so you guys can rewatch and learn some fuck the US shit. Okay, I need to charge this. Oops. Okay, I need to charge the phone. And if you guys on Instagram aren't doing anything with your fingers, would you mind tapping the screen a whole bunch of times? Get some hearts and get some more people in the room would be cool. Why is this not reaching? Whatever. Around this bend and I'll read some more comments. Wow. There are some drastic snowy peaks off to the side of what we just drove through. That's intense. Okay, let me go back to these comments. There's actually historical proof of that, yes. I refuse to utilize AI. Yes, well, I appreciate your compliment that I sound like I copy and paste from ChatGPT, but all of my knowledge is acquired through years of endless research. Yes, Scott, that's the shit. You were just like an encyclopedia copy and paste of like, this is the definition of what's going on in that. I appreciated it. I didn't actually really think that you were using ChatGPT. I would have talked more shit on you if I thought you were. I can tell that you are a fucking anarchist and burn some shit down motherfucker. I was just giving you a little shit about how accurate and well put together and researched you sounded. Okay. And they will keep him in office when the military tries to remove him. I don't think the military is going to try to remove him at all. All of these people who keep stepping down and quitting because we're like, hey, what the fuck is going on is really fucked up. I've had a position of power for 20 years and I can't do this in good conscience anymore. Those people are stepping down, which means that what's going on and what they're doing under the table without the public's awareness is so fucking bad that these people are stepping down and quitting their jobs because they can't get it to stop. What about all these other people who aren't stepping down and other people are stepping up when these people step down to do the things that they don't want to do? Nah, the military's not going to stop it. The military's in on it. What do you mean? Woo. When we say ACAB, we fucking are talking about the military too. The military are also his fucking private army. Not as much as ICE, but nah. They're not going to fight back. They're not going to we the people shit. Their entire job is to going to other places in the world and fucking being war criminals and fucking terrorists because they're so disillusioned with the propaganda that they think killing a fucking brown family is going to keep people in the United States safer. What do you know? The military is not here to protect us, baby. No. The military is here to protect the empire of white supremacy. No. Like on Prince of Egypt where they're all in the desert singing and dancing. What if no one stopped it? Yeah. Make sure the countries aren't able to force you into world currency or whatever it's called, digital currency. Yeah, so from what I'm gathering currently, it looks like that's just mostly the Western world, which is why I don't really advertise people to go to the Western world, because like, if we're fleeing from one system of white supremacy, why are you going to another one, you know? Canada's 15 years, 10 years behind the States. It's like, yeah, there's so much of the world that's not the West, so hopefully all that bullshit stays somewhere else. But even if it does, like, you gonna tell me in a small little fucking town in Peru that they're gonna switch from using cash and we're gonna do digital currency? Get off, suck my dick. No, the fuck they're not. What do you fucking mean? You're gonna go into small little communities in these places in Latin America, Asia, or whatever, and you're gonna completely change everything about what local ass people are doing. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Mars, hey baby, how's it going, baby boy? What are you doing? How's the day been? I was just talking about you and getting your ass over to Brazil to tattoo. The white men billionaires and tech bros want to take over the world. I mean, literally. They want to wipe out all people they consider useless. Yep, all of us. That's why they're trying to get rid of Medicare and AIDS. I mean, it's because we're sheep to them. We're goyim. We're the goyim. We are cattle led to slaughter. They are our enslavers. And when they don't have use for us, they will get rid of us. Your only purpose of your existence in the United States is to be a slave to capitalism, a slave to the white supremacy empire, so they can continue to do their bullshittery while the elites fucking eat children. While the elites steal and traffic our children and eat them. Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm on a live stream with you guys, because this is going to be so much more interesting than what it's about to be. I mean, this isn't totally flat. The map says I've got 20 hours of just pretty boring drive now until I get to Buenos Aires. 20 hours of doing this shit by myself without you guys? That would really fucking suck. Proof of Zionists occurring, the Holocaust is what I was referring to. I mean, there absolutely is proof that Zionists were meeting with Nazis before and collaborating. Absolutely. I'm saying I think we could trace it back before. I think the Zionists came first and then the Nazis. I think the Zionists were like, hey, let's put some money, let's back some shit into these people, this party, get this shit going, because we can, if we manipulate it right, we can get them to do our fucking dirty work for us, you know? A brilliant, genius plan, because it's taken so long for collective society to be able to even criticize Israel, because, oh, the horrors of the Holocaust, you know? Genius plan. But also, Holocaust survivors in Israel were treated and are treated fucking horrendously. They're called fucking shitty ass nicknames, making fun of how dirty they were as they were dying and being starved and tortured in fucking concentration camps. Like, Holocaust survivors in Israel, even in the beginning of the Israel takeover, were always treated like dog shit. Israel has never been a place of safety for Jewish people. Ever. And that fact alone proves that. If Israel was about safety for Jewish people, your Holocaust survivors would be treated with the respect and reverence and community care that they deserved. But they weren't. They were treated exactly the opposite. It's never about. It's always been about having a stronghold in the Middle East for the white supremacy empire to do its bidding. That's all it's ever fucking been. And they use the horrors of what's happened to Jewish people over history to be able to. That's all Israel has ever fucking been, is a military outpost for white supremacy empire. That's all it the fuck is. The oligarchs. Oh look, there's a. It's my first gaucho. Look, guys, it's our first gaucho. This is very Argentinian culture. He's got a bunch of cows over there, so they're gonna be seeing 20 hours of that. Why is the phone so dark over here? The oligarchies want women to no longer get educated. They want women to stay home and have babies. Handmaid's Tale as fuck. Zanzibar. Oh, baby, this is a. I am not a Kamala Harris fan. I think that. Oh my love, I think that y'all are the problem. Genocide is never okay. It's never okay. It doesn't matter who sends the bombs. It's never okay. And to allow a black cop to be tokenized and to have that be like the arm of progress because she's the one genociding an indigenous population, that's not a braggable thing, my love. All that says is that your morality was bought and sold from you. That's not a good thing, babe. Yeah, I'm not a safe space for liberals. I'm not a safe space for people who are about the status quo. I think that you guys are more unsafe than MAGA are. MAGA has been propagandized. They're not educated. They have so much propaganda being fed to them. Not all MAGA, but some MAGA you can reach to and you can touch them on a human level and have them understand that trans people, black people, minorities are actually not scary. You just haven't met anyone yet. You're just very uneducated, right? But liberals and people who think that they're morally superior for voting for a black woman who, and I quote, said she wanted the strongest military that the world has ever seen, i.e. the United States, even though the United States is already the strongest military industrial complex in the entire fucking world. She wanted it to be more. She was gleeful about sending the desecration and the bombs to destroy an indigenous population, and she wanted it to be more militarized. That's more ICE, baby. That's more ICE. That's more dissension. That's more killer cops. That's all of that. Militarized against you, my love. People who think that they are morally superior for being swayed by the fake opposition party, which is the Democratic Party, babe. You guys are the problem. You are who we have to overcome if we actually want a revolution. Literally. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you're placated just because she's a black woman? What do you mean, babe? I bet you won't like me now. I bet you ain't gonna like me now. And I'm totally fine with that. I'm a black woman. Oh, okay, hell yeah. Okay, but so then do you see that shit in Pattaya all the time? Like the fucking... There's parts of Thailand that I just had such a hard time enjoying because it was just like non-stop creepy old fucking white dudes being predators. Like, do you feel that all the time in Pattaya? I'm here with my baby, and yes, Pattaya can definitely get a little gross at night, but in the outer parts, Sahatipa district with the locals, hell yeah. Zanzibar is part of Tanzania. Okay, it's the island next to it. Dope. Known for very beautiful turquoise beaches. Hell yeah, I would love to go. So a good thing to put on my list when I overland Africa. I believe that she was a better choice than a coup led by... But baby, she's not. See, that's why you're the problem. The better choice was to demand the Democratic Party to give you a better candidate between a genocidal black woman, a genocidal black killer cop, militarized industrial fucking robot woman, than a senile old man. Your better choice was to burn shit. And that's why I'm saying you guys are the problem. You guys are the barrier in resistance because you believe that you are morally superior by choosing genocide instead of saying, you know what? I'm going to imagine a better world. I'm going to imagine a different world. And I'm going to take actions to see that world happen because genocide, regardless of who the fuck is sending the bombs, is unacceptable to me. That is the red line in the sand that I will not cross because I have to look at myself in the mirror. I hate a liberal. I fucking hate a liberal. And Jesus was the first psyop pushed by by the last Vespers Empire. Yeah, research the Flavians dynasty. I'm gonna screenshot that because I want to. Hell yeah. I mean, I got homies up in Thailand actually, and Pai, Thailand, which let's talk about fucking Zionists. But I got homies up in Thailand who, Shakina Garden, who are Jesus devotees, and they actually follow OG Palestinian Jesus. They're not all about the Bible, they're about the fucking dude and the way that he lived. And I'm like, all right, fuck yeah. Because what do you mean you want to follow Jesus and you're not at every fucking protest? What do you mean you want to follow Jesus and you're not all about the trans people and all about the immigrants? What do you mean you want to follow Jesus but you don't follow anything the fuck he was? What do you mean? What do you mean? Colonizer Jesus is a fucking op. Palestinian motherfucker. He's pretty cool. I'm down with him. That's a comrade. OG Palestinian Jesus would have been on the front line throwing those Molotov cocktails, and you fucking know it. You know it. Granted, he would have been aiming them at the buildings, not at the people. We're a little different, me and OG Jesus, but... We're allowing the Ebola outbreak to get out of control, so I don't know if Africa's safe. Well, Africa is massive. Africa is a huge continent. So we got to talk about specific parts when we're talking about Africa. You know what I mean? How many countries have I been to and what's my story? I've been to a lot. I mean, I guess, I don't know, 15, 13, 17, I don't really know. What's my story, Morning Glory? I got a lot of stories. I'm a fuck the United States, burn this shit down. Like literally actually burn this shit down. Free Turtle Island, free Hawaii, free Puerto Rico, free Cuba, motherfucker. I was almost killed in a Black Lives Matter protest in 2020. You first met me when you saw my lifeless body flying through the air in a very popular trauma porn video that went around. When me and Summer were ran over. My friend was murdered next to me. And I, by some fucking miracle, survived and broke like 18 bones, traumatic brain injury, was in the hospital for 76 days, was told I would never walk again. Took me a year to learn how to walk again. Yeah, that's a story. I love stories. What story are you looking for, Morning Glory? Zanzibar, off the east central coast of Africa. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Only billionaires will exist, and the rest of us are supposed to serve them. I mean, truly and deeply. What did they say? Who said it? That we won't need to own anything in 2030. The need for owning things won't exist in 2030. Because why? What are you gonna do with us? So I'm telling you, these fucking surveillance states. Once you guys, and you're not gonna stop it because not enough people will fucking burn shit down. So if you guys don't get out before all these surveillance centers get done, you're fucked. You're fucked. I can't help you. I can't help you and I can't reach you. How many countries have you been to? So if you're new to me, I read every single comment. I'm probably way further behind in the chat. So yeah, if you asked a thing, just wait and hang out. I'll answer it. But please don't spam the chat with asking the same thing over and over again, because then I just gotta read it and scroll, and I'm also trying to drive and be safe, you know what I mean? Speaking of, I better click over to hold on, Instagram. Oh, I already took the turn. Fantastic. Okay, great. Fantastic. Fantastic. I already took the turn that I was needed to take. Dwight Eisenhower, a former U.S. general and president, famously publicly decreed the military-industrial complex. Famously decried. What does that mean? Like denounced the military-industrial complex in his farewell address in 1961. It's been ramping up to this for 60 plus years. What does decried mean? Does it mean like publicly denounced or whatever? Fugazi wrote a song about this called Five Corporations. I'm gonna screenshot that. I wanna look that up. Wait, she is not genociding anyone, Kamala. She's only VPing the power. I'm sorry, did she not run for president? Did she not say that she would continue what is going on in Palestine? She abso-fucking-lutely said that she would not end the genocide in Palestine. We're not... I'm gonna need to take a puff on this Benjamin because I just lost so much patience reading that stupid fucking comment. wrong. But I'm calling it. Cuba's the next Gaza. And it's 70 miles off the shore of the States. So it'll be a laugh in our fucking face. But what's going on in Cuba right now? Oh man, it's getting bad. And they're not going to let up. They're not going to let up. Five corporations jest that will eventually be run by a tight-knit monopoly of defense contractors. Turns out they were right. And that was in what year? Only it's actually 3 corporations. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. Yup. Van Scott, you are dope. How do I follow you? Oh, okay. I guess you can't follow from a fucking live. I'm gonna screenshot you because I wanna follow you back, hero. That's a homie right there. Liberals undermined the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia when the Tsars were overthrown. They still serve as epicenter for complacency. I mean, the liberal agenda is to placate you to stay in the status quo. That's why voting for the lesser 2 evils, I swear to fucking God. The voting for lesser of 2 evils has only gotten us where? Exactly where the fuck we are right now, which is where? Fascism. Can we not imagine a better world? Are you not? You're that uncreative? Cool. We'll let the rest of us who can imagine a better fucking world take charge of this shit. God, I hate a fucking liberal. I hate a fucking liberal. That's why the United States will never have a revolution. That's why things will not change. That's why I do not say fight back. That's why I say leave, escape, run. Run from the liberals. Run from the people who want to placate you into thinking it's not that deep, it's not that serious, it's not that bad. Let's vote for Kamala and go get brunch. Run. Because they are who have gotten us exactly where the fuck we are. Greetings from Germany. Hey, where are you watching in Germany? Hello. What do I think about Peter Thiel? What's there to think of him? Sociopath? What do I think of him? I think someone needs to Luigi a motherfucker right the fuck away. What more is there to think of him? Nope. Expired. Not allowed. Not allowed. Decried. Okay, cool. Decried. Cool. Thanks, Fran. Sorry you were wrong about Kamala Harris. Watch her speeches from the past. Okay, first of all, in 2016, when she was running against Bernie Sanders, there was a big hubbub. You can't find it on the internet now because it's fucking scrubbed. But I was there and in the community. Bro, she's fucking anti-trans. She pushed so hard for trans women to have to be in the wrong fucking prison, dude. She's a fucking cop. ACAB for fucking ever. I don't give a fuck what color of cop it is. ACAB for fucking forever. No. And I hope you stop with your fucking Kamala bootlicking shit because I don't give a flying fuck about a bootlicker. I will block you because you annoy me. No. This is not a safe space for bootlicking. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of my living room. No. Make sure you watch your bitches on the mouse. She finds hard work. Dude, I'm not even gonna read that shit. Shut the fuck up. This is an anti-cop space. I am not in the United States. I am in Argentina. Kamala also laughed at imprisoning non-violent offenders in Cali. Thank you. You are fucking Van Scott. You are homie. That is the homie right the fucking there, my dude. I'm so glad that we are getting to know each other this way. That's a homie. Kamala also laughed at imprisoning non-violent offenders in Cali. She's an evil cunt and a huge part of the problem. Man, fucking South Korea heart fingers to you, my fucking friend. Dude, I enjoy the hell out of you. Two sides of this. It's two sides of the same shit fucking bird, and we keep eating it because it's a bread and circus game. Because as long as they give you someone to be opposed to, oh no red, oh no blue, you're not paying attention. They were raping babies attached to their umbilical cords, and you saw proof. They were eating them and laughing about tasting like cream cheese, and you saw proof. And you're doing nothing. Oh, but the red in circus. Oh, but the blue, but the red, but the black woman with the genocide, she's better. Suck my dick. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. So my dogs just woke up being like, why are you screaming? Sorry, friends. Because mommy is talking fuck the United States, and you know how I love that conversation. The Democrats are a fake opposition party with the sole purpose is to placate you so you don't fucking riot and burn down shit. The wealth disparity is more severe right now than it was in the French Revolution. They guillotined motherfuckers for less than this. And you're gonna tell me the black person who's doing it is better because she's a woman and she's a minority so that you could go to brunch? I hate you. I hate you. I'm missing the chat. Oh no, it's because I'm on live on YouTube and on Instagram at the same time. So I'm reading the chat from Instagram and YouTube. So what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on both platforms because then there's more questions and it like keeps the chat going, which like is way more fun for me and for you guys. And then once I'm done with the live streams, I'm going to upload them on YouTube right away. So the chats are going to be up there. The live streams are going to be up there. So, oh my God, hang out and learn some more revolutionary shit, or hang out where we talk more fuck the United States. Or I'm also going to create like dual copies of the streams and just like take the view of where we're driving through and put like nice music over it. So you can also like watch while you're studying just the view or like whatever the fuck, you know, because people want to maybe watch Patagonia and not hear me say fuck Kamala Harris the whole time, you know what I mean? Maybe, I guess. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So live streams in both places, and then after the stream it'll go up on YouTube so you can rewatch and learn some cool tips and get some free resources and have some fuck this shit energy when you so choose. But also the key of it is that Instagram doesn't pay me for fucking anything ever. TikTok doesn't pay you for I get like maybe $60 on a video that gets 1 million views, which is ridiculous. So the thought is at some point it'd be cool if, and YouTube's the one platform that like actually does pay people, but you have to have so many fucking watch hours to be able to get monetized. It's like 3,000 watch hours per year. So the thought is at some point putting the live streams up on YouTube so that people can rewatch them. So at some point I can get watch hours enough to get monetized for some of this shit. Because wouldn't that be fucking cool to have all of my fuck this shit, burn this shit down, help pay for some of my life? Wouldn't that be hot shit? I think so. I think so. And the YouTube is set up in the middle. So the phone for it is better. So the view for it is a bit better. But I do like going live on Instagram too because there's more questions than just being on. And apparently thus far Instagram Live doesn't censor me. I mean, I said the R word. Instagram Live doesn't censor me for shit like TikTok Lives do. So. Oh, okay. Hello, Shadam Dam. How long have you been away from the U.S. in total? So. Pre-2020, I was living in Mexico for like 1.5 years and I'm traveling around in a van and rescuing dogs and shit. And then COVID happened, I came back and then got back to Portland when the day that George Floyd was murdered, and immediately started protesting and then got rid of my car and then disabled, couldn't walk, relearn how to walk, yada, yada, yada. Then I officially like escaped and fled in February 2022. So I've been like officially out since then. I did have to go back to the States for my deposition for the trial of everything that happened in, what year of our Lord are we in? 2026. So hold on, let me do some mental math. So 2026, I can't think. Okay. 2026 we're in now. So what am I trying to find? I'm trying to figure out when I went back to deposition, which was like in October, but it wasn't this last October, which would have been October 2025. The October before that? What the fuck was I doing last October? Oh, last October I was there. like 2023, 2024? Listen, I can't do the backwards calendar math right now. Not today, Oprah. At any point, I went back to Seattle for my deposition for that. But that's the last time I've been back to the States. I was going to have to go back for my trial. I was all packed and ready to go back for my trial. But they canceled my multi-million trial against the government against the city of Seattle and the state of Washington 2 weeks before it was set to begin. That's a little devastating tale. I am not on Route 23 on the way to Bariloche, no. But all of this shit in that area all does look the same, doesn't it? I just left that Bariloche, Seven Lake area and am headed towards like Buenos Aires. But no, I'm not on the 23. But the shit is all the same, huh? Ride Kamala's drag is so hilariously ignorant. She has no actual convictions. She's a puppet. She's there to placate you. And it's because she's a woman, and it's because she's a black woman. It's so because they want to tokenize her for you. And you bought into it. You allowed yourself to be tokenized while she votes for genocide. You fucking sheep. Fucking cheap. Oh, that's okay, yeah. What do you think? She could never take a stance on anything during her campaign. Her handlers told her what to say, and they refused to abandon the complacency of centrists, aka liberals. Exactly. There's nothing progressive about liberals. The only reason you think it's progressive is because they sponsor pride. They put their Anheuser-Busch stickers and put a pride flag behind it and say, ooh, progressive. Meanwhile, their legislation is against everything that the community needs. There's nothing about them that's progressive. They placate you. It's so you won't burn shit down. It's so you won't fucking riot. It's so you won't Luigi a motherfucker. Yesterday at the gas station, the last time I got gas, actually, I hope I didn't make a silly choice with gas. I hope I'm fine. We should be fine. The last time I got gas, I was talking to the Argentinian dude filling him up. And he's like, where are you from? States. But I'm always like, but I don't like it. And he's like, why? And I'm like, oh, racist. Really, fascist problems, whatever. And he's like, who'd you vote for? And I'm like, the Fire. And he's like, what? And I'm like, fire, to set fire to the building. That's who I vote for. And he left. So that's my political party, is the Fire. Molotov cocktail for president. Gotta push further left and study socialism, communism, and then circle all the way back to anarchism, libertarianism, and try to achieve a balance between these diaspora? That's like a conjugation of the word diaspora, I want to feel like? Ideologies, a balance. Yeah. I only understand, life only understands and abides in balance. I mean, okay, I'm going to ponder on that one a little bit. All they did different was put a rainbow flag stickers on the rockets to Gaza so the libs were happy. Literally. Progressive. But don't you like these progressive bombs? Kamala Harris. Shut the fuck up. And everyone bought it. Everyone buys it. What do you mean you didn't demand another candidate? What do you mean the candidate was between a senile PDF old man and a black woman cop? And that's supposed to be, and that's better than the orange clown? What are we fucking doing? pause for just a second. I just want to check on the map. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, we are right on course, and there is a petrol station in between here and the destination, so we're good. Apparently, in these parts of Argentina, it can be like hundreds of miles in between petrol stations, and you do have to fill up. And I thought that my like 10-liter little canisters were gonna get me a lot more on my tank, but turns out no. That's always a problem, is like storage shit in a small van. I gotta figure out where the fuck I can store another 20 liters of diesel somewhere in or on top of this van. Oh yeah, I gotta charge this phone. Hold on a second. You guys are gonna die. Oh, okay, that's perfect. It works. You guys can reach. Oh, perfect. Or Vermin Supreme, gotta get that pony. I have no idea what that means. Disparate? Contrasting. Okay. Disparate? I feel like an imposter. I need someone to tell it to me in my actual ear. Oh my gosh, this is so much more entertaining talking to you guys about revolutionary fucking shit than it would just be doing this all by myself. Thanks for being here and putting things in the chat to talk about, fuck the US about. It was super unconstitutional. They fucking forced her in and didn't even give the people an alternative option. But that's what the U.S. fucking is. The U.S. has been fascist long before this last few years. When you only have two options, when it's not even really two different options, it's the same shade of the same fucking bird. That's still a fascist fucking empire. You know what I mean? Like, there's never even really been options. It's only the illusion of options. And that's starting to change, but there's never really been options. They were all in cahoots. Trump has already planned to bring in the completion of Project 2030. 1,000,000 fucking %. They're all ops. All of them are ops except for Bandami. Well, he's a planned opposition. He's the reason why you don't fucking riot. I do like Bandami. I don't like OC. She pretends that she's for the people, but look at all the ways that she fucking votes. She votes against the people every fucking time, man. She's an op. And also, I just don't buy it. I used to be really into AOC. I don't buy it. Used to be super into Bernie. In 2016, I lived in my van and went all up and down California, registering people to vote to try to get Bernie the Democratic nominee. Super into Bernie. But what the fuck you mean you're so about a two-state solution, you fucking Zionist? Nope. There's an old song by Santa Gold. Fuck, I haven't listened to Santa Gold in too long. Called Diaspora Youth. Disparate Youth. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot that one too. Man, okay, what do I call? Is your name Van? Is it Scott? What do I call you? You're a homie, bro. I'm definitely following you back. So stoked to be hanging out with you in the Scott, my dude. Okay, right now there's like hills. At some point it's just gonna be just flat nothing. love Santiago. Yeah, I gotta listen to Santiago again, I guess. It's been too long. It's been way too long. Also, I feel like you would enjoy this song, The Guillotine by The Coop. Just on the title alone, screenshot. I've got like 10 screenshots of things you've said on here. Definitely a song for the revolutionary comrades. Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I should make a playlist of all revolutionary songs. There's this, I love funk. I love me some funk. There's this funk song from the 70s. I can't remember exactly what it's called right now, but next time it's on my playlist, I'll screenshot it and let you know. But the song is literally about like freedom for the marchers, and it's talking about like liberate Palestine in the 70s in this funky ass, dirty ass song. Woo! Because back in the fucking day, the Black Panthers understood, Huey Lewis understood the fucking intersectionality between the black liberation of the United States and Palestinian liberation. Because there is no fucking difference. All this, the same evil of the white supremacy empire comes for all of us. It's the same opponents, the same fucking evil. Who do you think trains our cops? Who do you think trains ICE? Who do you think, I mean, it's like, who do you think is the IDF? Do you know, there's so many fucking, in quotation, American soldiers who are in the IDF. It's the same fucking thing. Intersectionality. See, COVID was just a BS test to see how few people would be needed to keep society going. They couldn't tell us that, so they shut down the world without us knowing. I mean, I think at this point, I don't think anything's conspiracy anymore, you know what I mean? Pronounce the coup. Thank you. As in the coup d'etat. Oh, we go. The coup. Got it. Thank you. How do I know how to say that random fucking French word? It's French, right? Creeps me out earlier when that guy was like, are you on Route 23 from Bariloche? Which is like not far from where I'm at, but not where I'm at. I do. You've never interacted with me before. I don't know who the fuck you are. Can you say hello before you try to tell me my location? It makes me a little nervous, you know what I mean? Nothing like the good old road. Nothing like the good old road and some fucking anti-imperialism or revolutionary discourse with some new fucking homies. I'm into it. I'm into it. It makes the long road so much easier. They really plan to try and depopulate the world. Shake my head. It's so fucking crazy what these people plan. Who the fuck is, the who is even? I mean, dude. That's why I'm just like, get the fuck as far away from the Western world and the evil empire as possible. Go live in some small ass, cool ass town somewhere in Latin America or somewhere in Southeast Asia. Know your community. Make friends with the locals. Like, you know? Actually, I think COVID was more of a test to see how much authoritarian, no, I know how to say this fucking word. Listen, I know how to say that word on a good day. Not today, I guess. We would tolerate. That's gonna drive me crazy. Authoritarianism. I don't think it is. Authoritarianism. I feel like I did that. I'm feeling really insecure about it though. I'm gonna move on. I feel really insecure about my performance on that word. We would tolerate. It was about as close as they could come to martial law without actually stationing soldiers on your doorstep. I mean, there are fucking valid points in that. That's the only way. You have to try to detach as much as you can from the matrix while you still can. I mean, my whole life is trying to figure out the balance between detaching and enjoying this beautiful second chance at life. Like, I mean, How the fuck did I survive getting ran over by a car going 70 miles per fucking hour? How the fuck did I survive my fragile ass bag of bones? I sprain my ankle all the time when I fucking walk. How the fuck did I survive getting ran over by a car going 70 miles per hour and then getting thrown in the air stories and then falling back to concrete and landing on my chest? Long, slow blinking. That makes no fucking sense. How the fuck is my brain still functioning? How am I able to, couldn't walk for a year, but how the fuck can I walk again? How the fuck am I living an independent life again? It makes no fucking sense. So it's like, I always have this juxtaposition between like, how much do I owe to the fight? One, I don't owe anything to the fight. I literally gave my life for this fight. It's a miracle I fucking survived that, but it's like a constant juxtaposition for me of like, how much do I desperately need to show up in the revolution and to like help people however I can, because I just innately at my core am a helper and then like community centered, you know? And how much do I want to enjoy my life? Because my life is so much more beautiful and so much more peaceful when I'm not just constantly talking revolution, burn it down, fuck them, they're evil, look at what they've done, look at what you allow them to do, what's wrong with you, how can I wake you the fuck up, you know? So currently my solution is to talk the revolution while I drive on a live stream with you. Because then I get to do both at the same time. I get to enjoy my life and talk fuck this, burn it down, let me show you the way out. But then when I turn off the phone, I get to stop and I get to try to just exist in the beautiful reality that I'm physically presently in, you know? So that's my current solution for how do I appreciate and enjoy this new miracle life that I was granted and given, and how do I use that miracle life as a way to fuck this shit up even more, you know? Because I survived for a reason. And you can't tell me part of that reason isn't to try to help as many of you motherfuckers as I possibly can to get out as I, you know? You can't tell me part of that reason is not to keep up that revolutionary spirit out here over on this yonder, you know? I don't know, man. Not everyone is going to hear the calling, and that's okay. It's just like in the days of Noah. Some will get on the ark and others won't. I mean, listen, my friend. We all get to have different beliefs and different mythology. I'm too autistic, and I don't know how to pass over this moment without giving you a side eye to the fact that, like, bruh, you really believe that Noah scoured up two animals of each fucking kind, put them on a boat, they didn't eat each other, there was enough room on that fucking boat, and he survived the Great Flood? Yep. Is that lit? Okay. Have you read The Culling of Man? No, but I think I've heard of that. It was a book that was burned during your printing 2 times. I have it in PDF. Ooh, screenshotting that. Can you send me that fucking PDF for the link of that or some shit? Anything that's been burned, I need to read. Thank you for that. My Journey to True Freedom. Hell yeah, I like that name too. Oh, weird, yeah. I got the pronunciation right. Dude, it took me a while. Yeah. How can I get a copy of that for real? Send me your email and I'll send it to you. Hey, my email is DiazTravelsTheWorld, so my profile name at Gmail. Can you send that to me? Please don't fucking, oh, fuck me. Fuck. I'm gonna have to rewatch the whole fucking YouTube. There's 4 of you guys on Instagram, fine. But this is also being recorded on YouTube on a live stream too that I'm gonna upload. And I don't need every motherfucker to send me an email. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go through. Okay, let me screenshot this. Maybe I can screenshot the timestamp on that and go through and bleep out that. But that's why my profile name is Diaz Travels the World, because when I was run over by the car, I woke up in the hospital and was like so brain injured and on so much medication, my eyes wouldn't work for weeks and I couldn't see, and I just was like so fucked up. I had just graduated. I got my bachelor's 2 weeks before getting ran over. And so my email had been my .edu email, my email through the school that I had been using for years. But since I graduated, I had to get a new email. And people wanted to send me the money from the GoFundMe to an email, so we needed a new email for me. And the person that was helping me was like, well, what do you want your new email to be? And fucked up. Oh, I want to cry. I'm so cool, bro. I fucking love the shit out of myself, dude. Fucked up, couldn't see, just told I'd probably never walk again, 18 broken bones, friend just died next to me, fucked up, fresh in the hospital. I was like, Diaz Travels the World is my email, because I am going to survive this shit, and I'm going to fucking learn to walk again, and I am going to fucking live my life that is my life again, and I'm a nomadic being to my core, and so traveling and crawling around the world is like what is who I am and what I need to do in my life. I just think it's fucking badassery that you've been so fucked up, so brain injured, and like couldn't even have a function of my eyeballs. I was so brain injured and on so much medication. I was still like, yeah, you're not gonna tell me that I'm not gonna live my life again. I'm gonna fucking overcome this shit. And that's cool as fuck. And so that's why all my profiles are Diaz Travels the World, because that is my email. That was the motivation. And look at me now. And look at me now. You mean metaphorically? Got it. But some people really fucking do believe that shit. Like, I'm too autistic. I don't know how to mask to be like, okay. I mean, I do believe whatever mythology you fucking watch, more power to you. I believe trees have fucking spirits, and I talk to them all the time, you know? But, the configurations of that arc ought to be pretty crazy, don't you think? How do the animals not eat each other? How was there room for all that shit? Lions, bro, and gorillas in there, bro? How'd you get the hippo? I guess the hippo just was on a leash next to the ark. Why'd you just trusted that the hippo would survive the flood? How'd you do the hippo? You've heard of that book, but it almost sounds like about Dreams of Peter Thiel. Thiel? Do you ever get stuck on a word that you're like, I don't know if this is even a real word anymore? Like once, granted, I was in a mental hospital at the time. I was 16 and pretty schleidily at the time. But I got stuck one time on the word you. I was journaling and I couldn't remember Y-O-U together. Just seemed so strange and oddly put together. It didn't seem like it could possibly be the right spelling of the word. Do you ever get that way where there's like some random fucking word that you're like, wait a minute. Do I know what reality is? Teal? You're teal? Teal. But for a second, man, I couldn't. What was reality, you know? Okay, hold on one second, Instagram. I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna set the GPS to the fucking gas station. Hold on. In Argentina, don't ever go under half a tank because sometimes the gas stations are so fucking spread out. So the next petrol stop is in an hour. We're gonna make it. It's either in you or it's not, and you can see it as spiritual or not. I'm just saying not everyone is going to be strong enough to leave. I forgot got the point that you were trying to make because I was stuck on the Noah thing. Let me go back up and see what you're saying. I don't know, man. Not everyone's going to hear the calling. And that's okay. It's just like the days of Noah. Some of the, okay, you're just talking about, yeah. No, yeah, totally. Your point's totally valid. I couldn't get over the mythology story of it all. But no, you're totally valid, yeah. And I mean, it's like, I'm trying to practice within myself a wee bit of softening. Not too much. I like how cunty I am. But I'm trying to practice up a wee bit of softening and have some more patience and grace for people who have been like so heavily programmed to like, I don't have to expect someone or judge someone because they aren't in their revolutionary journey where I want them to be. Some people are just on the path, and it's more beneficial for me to be welcoming to them on that path and encourage them to continue on the path than it is for me to be upset and snarky with them that they're not where I want them to be, you know? That's something I journaled a bit on today. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, not everyone's gonna hear the calling. Not everyone's gonna like. I mean, there's so many people who don't want to wake up to their own fucking ignorance and look around at what's going on, you know, for sure. And I guess, yeah, valid point. Let's go! Cheers, Joey! Total Thanos ideology. Quality nerd. I don't know what that's. I don't know what you mean by that sentence. What, can you say more things on that? It should be with you. Why you together? And obviously, I was like in an emotionally devastating place, and 16 and young, and going through a lot of stuff or whatever. But sometimes that happens with random words or things that you use often that I just see it visually, and I'm like, this can't be correct. I can't. Is this real? You know. There's also this weird story attached to Noah that supposedly explains where darker pigmentation comes from. Okay, really fucky shit to sell melanin as a punishment from God, but that is in the Bible. And I mean, I grew up Mormon. That's like the reason why. That's like part of the biblical shit. That's part of like white Jesus colonized shit, you know. Literally in the Book of Mormon, black people are deemed lesser of, and that's why they have black skin. Which is why it's fucking shocking to me how there's ever black people in the Mormon church. Like, have you not read your book? My entire lineage is Mormon. I could trace back my fucking ancestors to the colonizers who came to Salt Lake City and fucking massacred the indigenous people there. My great-great-grandfather was best friends with the fucking leader of the Mormon church. Like, I can name the colonizers in my fucking lineage because both sides of my family, Mormon as far as the eye can see. I am my ancestors' worst nightmare. Thank you very much. Lucy. This is the name of the band. Especially when melanin is a gift of human evolution. Like, I mean, I don't even know that I would say it's a gift of human evolution. It's where humanity began. We all are from Africa. Well, for a long time, the oldest human remains found in South Africa, and then they found older remains, I want to say, in Nigeria, I believe. But we are all descendants of Africans. We are all descendants from a black woman. The Eve gene comes from black women. Whiteness is the evolutionary part of it. So I wouldn't even say melanin is the gift of human evolution. I would say melanin is the blueprint. Blackness is the blueprint. That is where we come from. Anything other than that is where the evolution of the human species is migrated due to how fucking far away we moved, you know, from Africa. But we are all African. I mean, that's why the white supremacy empire raped and pillaged Africa, right? Because all of the beautiful natural resources from the earth, all of the life force of the earth is in and from and comes from, there's places, other places, you know, but in Africa. That's why it's been so heavily colonized and desecrated everywhere in the past and still now. Because Europe didn't have fucking resources. What? Other than timber, of course. White ideology, yeah. Yes, of course Nigeria is in Africa. What made you believe I was saying otherwise? I fucking love, I've only been to South Africa. I've been twice and I've spent quite a lot of time in South Africa. I fucking love South Africa so much. I cannot wait until I get to overland all of Africa. It's gonna be so fun. So fun. I really wish the U.S. would chill the fuck out and be cool for at any point in time in history. And so the road, I mean, not really the road trip I'm on, but the famous road trip that people do down here is the Pan American Highway, which goes all the way from the tip of Alaska all the way down to the very bottom of Argentina, and it's one continuous road. Outside of the Darien Gap, of course, you have to get your van on a boat and ship it around the gap, but other than that, it's like one road, which turns out it's I-5 highway. Is the fucking Pan American Highway, it goes all the way down. I would love to do that. That would be such an epic fucking road trip. I would love to do that. But I don't know that I'm willing to go any further than Mexico. I don't know. I mean, granted, I'm a slow traveler, so I probably won't even get that far north for at least, 7-10 years. But it would be so fucking cool to be able to drive all the way through the States and get up to Canada and then get to Alaska. But I might have to go from Mexico and get my van on a ferry from Mexico to ferry around the United States to get to Canada. Just to avoid driving through my home fucking country in a Latino plated car. Isn't that some stupid fucking shit? Thanos is a comic book villain, eventually bastardized by Hollywood. His goal was to obtain a powerful MacGuffin. MacGuffin? What the fuck's a MacGuffin that would eradicate a half of everyone with a snap of his fingers? Oh. Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Yeah, meanwhile, there's so many tourists who do it. I mean, there's the road trip I'm on right now is very, very, very common. There's a lot of people from Europe that ship their vehicles over from Europe down to the United States or over to South America just to do this entire road trip. A lot of people do it really quick in like 2 years and shit, but a lot of people do it on motorbikes. Some people, actual bicycles, they do it. It's an epic fucking adventure. And there's so many people who are doing it and like crossing through the States and doing it right now, which are like valid. I can't see how the States is gonna get any cooler. I don't know, man. I don't know that it would ever be safe for me to do that. But who knows? I'm also a very early canary in a coal mine, so I also open the availability for me to be a bit PTSD and paranoid and a bit more tinfoil hat about things that necessarily have to be reality. I allow space for that to have truth. I don't think it's the truth, but I allow space for that to be the truth. Oh, you can see a little bit of Patagonia over there. Man, it's so crazy how it's like, as soon as you get over the Andes mountain range, how it just becomes completely different landscape. I mean, it makes sense that there's a huge mountain range. how ridiculous you sound. Pandering to... Okay, no. No, I'm not gonna read aloud your racism shit. 1,000,000%, I've traveled the world. I've traveled the world solo for years. The place in the world that I've ever felt the most unsafe, hands down, without a doubt, is the United States. The only place in the world that I am afraid, the only place in this road trip that I'm afraid, going all the way down from the tip of Argentina, all the way up to the tip of Alaska, the only place that I'm worried about driving through is the United States. Period. I can girl, all life begins in Africa. Yes. Hence human flesh naturally melanated to protect oneself from the sun, from living life almost exclusively outdoors from savannah. Yep. Literally. Oh, that's good. Okay. I'm afraid. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Alright. It's always some idiot without a profile picture. What do you mean you're too cowardly to have a profile picture and you're gonna talk shit? You think I'm gonna take you seriously for half of a fucking second? Get a profile picture, you fucking coward! This is kind of pretty. It's prettier over on the YouTube live stream than the Instagram one, but this is kind of dramatic colors. Not very focused. There we go. Yeah, I blocked them because I just don't care. Shit. Delusion is fun, but we're no longer safe from tyranny or fascism in the States at all. And we're no longer safe. Black people and indigenous people have never been safe from tyranny and fascism in the United States. White people are only now very recently becoming not safe from tyranny and fascism in the United States. But that has been the reality that black and indigenous people have experienced in that country since its inception. I.e. pretty good to folks that predate the murder and lynching of Emmett Till. And here's the thing, right? You lose your proximity to safety and your whiteness when you become a not good white. Renee Good stopped being a good white. She stopped losing her proximity to safety the moment she stood up and stood next to her brown and black BIPOC neighbors, right? Alex Pretty lost his proximity to his safety to whiteness. They treated him just like they would anybody else who wasn't white. When you stand up and you stand shoulder to shoulder with your black and your BIPOC neighbors, that's why they killed him like that. Your whiteness allows you safety as long as you stay in line and follow orders and be a good sheep. But the moment you step outside of that and you stand next to your brown and your BIPOC neighbors and your community, you lose your proximity to your safety. You have to know that. You have to know that. People go to these protests and they do frontline activism shit, and they get so carried away with the violence that they're being met with it. It's like, yes, baby, this is the violence that's always existed for black and BIPOC and indigenous people. You're only seeing that because you're choosing to put yourself next to those communities that have always been under the harm. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reality. You're just waking up to it. Good morning, it sucks. I'm getting a little bit hungry. I'm gonna pull over for a sec. I still have yet to buy any produce in Argentina. Because I was just in super touristy areas and everything was crazy priced. So I didn't want to do that. So I don't have a quick little snacky to eat. But here, you guys can check out a pretty view for a sec. Let me at least chug a bunch of water. What do I got? What's going on in my life? I've got probably at least an hour and a half to drive before the sun goes down. It is a lot having to navigate around such short periods of sun in the winter and places with such a vast fucking drive. Oh, I guess you guys can look at my pretty face. Oh, I'm just drinking water. Oh my god, it's so cold. America's not the land of the free. It is the land of money and marginalization. Yeah. It never was the land of the free. It was only the land of the free for some wealthy, white, Christian, land-owning men. Literally in the Constitution. And anyone not that, nope. Quick, water. Feel the need to eat, please. I was going to take a much prettier route. It was like a 6-hour horseshoe to Buenos Aires. But I was looking at the route last night, and there's so many police checkpoints. And a lot of the checkpoints are like where they like search you for like fruit or veg or different meats going from state to state. But some of these ones that I was going to go through were like dog police checkpoints. So instead, we will drive the much more boring route through the desert. No, thank you. How many hours? I've already been driving. Holy fuck, are we for real? No way, that can't be true. Holy shit, I've already been driving for 4 hours today. No wonder my body's killing me. Do I have an orange? I feel like there's been a rogue orange up here for so long. Hi, someone is a baby. This baby Chicho. Give birth to me, amor. Not this baby. She's a baby. Hacho. Give birth to me. I just love her mom. I just love her mom so much, Chicho. I thought I had an orange up here someday. That was like a random orange I saw. No? Mommy has no food, nothing. Oh, ha! Ha! I don't know when I put this orange up here. There's only a little bit of mold. Maybe I could eat it. Oh, what? That's honestly the gag. The government always hated everyone. They were just only attacking POs, black and BIPOC people first. But yeah, welcome to me and my ancestors' everyday reality. Truly. Truly. The government has always been a fucking fascist empire, but they only really revealed it to black and indigenous and BIPOC communities of how fascist and fucking this has always been what this government the fuck is. Always been. It's just now it's to white doors, and so now it's like everyday society is waking up to the realities of the shit. Toby, don't do that. How do you suppose we can navigate the installation of indigenous tribal practices of governance under the law? That's above my pay grade. That's not for me to speak on. As for indigenous folks to speak on. As for probably an indigenous matriarchy to be speaking on. And the councils and things, I don't fucking know. Land back as fuck means turn over the reins and the control to y'all. Because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Capitalism, the systems of white supremacy have ran rampant. This is where we've gotten ourselves. Land the fuck back. Literally, the land the fuck back, but the power the fuck back too. I don't know. I would love to hear about it. That's above my pay grade. Virtual Assistant Mimi. Hey, can I ask you a question, Virtual Assistant Mimi? What platforms did you find your virtual assistant work on? Can you tell me? I recommend people look at like Fiverr and Upcycle as platforms to like advertise being a virtual assistant, but are there other ones that I don't know of? If you could tell me things, that would be so cool. You just joined and I'm like, question for you. Okay. Fun little break. Okay. Back on the road. What happened in Chile? Can I share? Well, yeah, I'll tell you anything, but what do you mean what happened in Chile? I was there for 13 months, so a lot of things happened in Chile. Do you mean like at the mechanic shop or what? What do you mean? Over a decade ago, I started on TaskRabbit and Thumbtack. You have your own clients now. Okay. Okay. Upwork is an excellent resource as well. Yeah. That's who I tell people to go to look for different gigs and stuff on Upwork. I also heard Fiverr, but is TaskRabbit still a thing? I mean, that was a decade ago for you. Is TaskRabbit still a thing that people can go and look for personal assistant gigs on? And Thumbtack, I've never heard about. Is that still a thing that people can use? I'm gonna screenshot that. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for... Oh, no! Sorry about that. Thank you for answering those questions. Yeah. There's a person in the chat yesterday, Alex, who was trying to figure out what he could do in his route. And at first it's like, well, teaching English. And then he's like, well... I was like, well, what do you do for work now? And he's like, well, I'm a personal assistant with real estate management. And I was like, hold the fucking phone, because that's your ticket to remote work. You know, we've just got to... You could do the teaching English if you need to, because it's easier to find work for that right this second. But the goal could absolutely be to be a personal assistant in real estate and begin getting in clients that way. And I told him about Upworks and Fiverr, but I didn't know if there was any other like platforms where people could go and like bid what kind of work they do. You know what I'm saying? Sounded like it was rough. I mean, yeah, because you were so happy to get to Chile. Totally. Just wonder if you did enjoy Chile. Yeah, no, I did. I do not enjoy Chile. I would love. I mean, I might go to Easter Island someday because that looks interesting. And at some point, I would do the Cartaya Austral again in a couple years. Maybe when I have a lover with me and we're doing like all of Patagonia again. But I personally will never independently choose. Wait, time out. I gotta look at this road. This way? I just had to make sure I wasn't supposed to take that road. We're good. Yeah,